Thank you. Football is back. Stanford, the all-time series leader, and of course the connection for Stanford with Frank Reich and Andrew Luck, and we say hello to Tiffany Blackman. Hi, Tiff.
Hey, Rich. Well, Frank Reich was the first phone call Andrew Luck made when he decided to retire from the NFL, and Frank Reich was the first phone call Luck made when he needed someone to lead the Stanford team. Now, Luck told us during that call there was no time for small talk, that they were in a unique situation where they had a coaching change in March, and that he knew this could not be a throwaway season for the players on this team, that he wouldn't be able to sleep at night knowing he didn't give it his best shot. And guys, he said he feels like Frank Reich is the right guy to help lead them in the right direction.
Cold Tab watches it sail over his head. Hawaii won the toss, deferred. Stanford gets the first possession. So we talk about Ben Gulbranson now. What kind of quarterback is he?
He's a smart quarterback. Rich, he's literally a doctor. He's trying to study to be a doctor. His nickname is Dr. Ben. But he was consistent during camp. There was a quarterback battle. But he won it because of his IQ, his ability to operate the offense, and his experience. Again, he's a six-year senior.
Game plan for Stanford. This is a pro-style offense for Frank Reich. A lot of what he ran with the Colts, a lot of what Andrew Luck ran when he was at Stanford. So expect Stanford to try to establish the ground game. Micah Ford in the backfield. This is Ford off right tackle. And Ford is hit at the 25, maybe 2. Jackie Johnson makes the stop. This offense is tailored to tight ends, and they have one of the best in college football with Sam Roush.
If Andrew Luck has anything to do with it, he's going to involve the tight ends. That's what he did when he was at Stanford. And Sam Roush is a top pro prospect on the field. He is tall. He is fast. He can block. He's a complete tight end, similar to a George Kittle in the NFL.
Second down and 8. Gulbranson to throw. Time out of the backfield. Ford with the... Whoa! Couldn't hold it. And Stanford staring at a third down and 8. Dennis Thurman is the defensive coordinator for Hawaii. He did a great job last year. Maybe his favorite player is Peter Manuma.
Oh, Peter Manuma is a beast. He has a long hair flown out of his helmet, similar to a Troy Polamalu. Look at that right there. And he plays with that energy. He told us, Rich, that he switches the switch of the defense. He turns everybody up on game day, and he operates everything in the back end. This is not a big stadium, the temporary stadium on campus, but it can get loud, and it can get rowdy. Gulbranson now. A third and 8, firing over the middle. A sliding catch there. C.J. Williams. High degree of difficulty for the transfer from Wisconsin. And this is why Gulbranson won the job. Look at, he's calm, cool, collected, delivers a ball right behind his receiver. We got to see if this touched the ground here. Williams cradles it. Does that tip touch the ground? Stanford's on the ball quickly. I would, because it looks like this could be coming back. The refs see that. 16 yards on the throw. And the officials, an ACC officiating crew with collaborative replay in Charlotte, North Carolina, are going to look at this one. Now, you can't touch the ground if you have control of it, but if it wobbles the ball at all, ooh, that's tight. It is, and I look at it right there. I would love to see his hands underneath it. It can touch the ground, but did it move? I think it moved. I think this ball's coming back. Justin Elliott, the referee. Gene Steratore, happy opening day for college football to you. What did you see, Gene?
Same to you and Logan, Rich. You know, I'm with Logan on the play. I don't think that Williams secures this football well enough by the time it gets to the ground. To me, the ground is helping him secure the finality of that catch. I think this is one of those situations where the ground is helping with the reception. In my opinion, I think they overturned this one, the incomplete, guys.
I agree, Gene. I see the tip of the ball. And I think I would love if Gulbranson got that a little out in front. It wasn't the tightest spiral. He put it behind and made a tough catch there for Williams. Williams still should make it. But I think that ball, that tip touched the ground like Gene said, and this could be coming back.
And, of course, the officials on the field have to call it in real speed. That's obviously a tough call to see in real speed.
Review. The ruling on the field is upheld. Hawaii has charged their first team timeout and is out of challenges for the remainder of the game. It's first down.
Wow, Hawaii did challenge, and it's upheld. A 16-yard game.
That's shocking to me, and that's a major start to this game. I didn't see that. Gene didn't see that, but the referees say they saw that. First break there for Stanford.
Gene, what did you think?
Yeah, the reason why I really think, too, as Logan said, look, when the nose of that football hits the ground, you can clearly see it bouncing back upward, which means he isn't securing that very firmly because that ball moved right back up through his hands. I really felt like that was incomplete, fellas.
All right, thank you, Gene. A break for Stanford. The 16-yard hookup stands. Cole Tabb in the backfield now for the Cardinal. And this is Tabb, strong runner, and he blasts over the right side, and he's got 8 yards. Jaheim Wilson-Jones makes the stop.
If you want to see Stanford's game plan, whose offense is it? The Colts, Stanford, we don't know, but it's a run game. And look at Sam Roush there doing his job. We highlighted him in the pregame there about how he's a top tight end. And it's what he's doing in the run game. They can run the ball around 86 all day, and they want to run the ball today.
6'5", 260. He's like another offensive lineman. And we'll see multiple tight ends all day for Stanford. First drive of this game, Branson swings it out. Roush has it, but stumbles. It was second and short. Let's see if he's got the first down. He does on a gain of 2.
They run the quick play action to Roush. If this ball's in front, Roush is running for a long time. Again, a little behind him. That's the second throw that Branson had that is a little bit behind his receivers.
Biggest challenge for Hawaii in this one, and even Dennis Thurman said it, we got to be able to stop the run game.
We got to be able to tackle and stop the run game. They go against a passing offense every single day in practice. How does Thurman and his defense step up to stop this run game?
The line to gain is under review. They've already moved the sticks. Obviously, Hawaii didn't challenge. This has to be...
Well, it's all about the line here, right? The line's a 47. The ball's behind him. And you see where that stick is, and it looks like he falls backwards.
And where the ball is when he goes down, boy, it's really tough. From that angle, I don't know that you can overturn it.
But is that a first down, Rich? It does not seem like he gets past that line to gain of that stick right there.
We're 2.5 minutes into this game, and already we've had a couple reviews and a surprise ruling on the first. All right, Gene, haven't seen you in a long time. What'd you think of this one?
We're getting moving early here, fellas. And look, I think it may be difficult to overturn. This is a tough angle because we're a little behind. We'll see what the referee thinks here.
So they are going to reverse it and bring the sticks back.
I just don't think he gained a yard here. He caught the ball at the line of scrimmage and fell backwards. I don't see the 2-yard gain on that. It's going to lead to a 3rd and short. Rich, you and I both know that Stanford told us they want to run the ball today. Can Dennis Thurman and his defense bow up to stop this run on 3rd and 1?
Michael Ford in the backfield. First possession of this game.
Maybe following the tight ends here.
There's a lot of them to follow. Ford, I don't know, and with a spin and second effort, he's got the first down inside the 45. He is solid, 6 feet, 220 pounds, the sophomore out of Toms River, New Jersey.
Jersey boy, I love that for him, but he's 220 pounds. He is a powerful lifter, and he drives those legs. They stop him initially, but it's the second effort there, Rich, that leads to a first down.
This drive with a lot of twists and turns. 31 yards on 6 plays.
Rich, is this the time that Stanford opens it up? You're at the midfield here. I can see them maybe taking a shot and trying to take a shot and catch Hawaii off guard with a deep pass.
On the ground still, Ford spinning, breaks a tackle, Ford to the 30, and he's inside the 30 to the 27-yard line.
Peter Manama is the Energizer Bunny of defense. You see number 1 here, and this is a mano-a-mano play. Who's going to make it? Manama doesn't wrap up. Michael Ford, Stanford's one of Stanford's best offensive players, just challenges Hawaii's best offensive players. That is an energy booster for the Stanford sideline.
When Andrew Luck and Frank Reich talked about what offense they would run, they said, let's just run what we had last year. But 3 days into spring they both looked at each other and said, we're going back to the Colts. We're going back to the Stanford Glory offense. And it's working right now. Branson, little swing pass. Roush with the catch. Good open field tackle there by Elijah Palmer. And Roush is down at the 25.
And Rich, it's week 0, and the offense for Stanford's unknown, right? We've been speaking a lot. Is it Andrew Luck's offense from his day? Is it what he ran the NFL? Is it what Frank Reich likes? We know that both of those offenses, though, they want to run the ball, and the tight ends are going to be heavily featured. And that's what we saw early.
Yeah, it was a great day on the Stanford campus when they decided to turn back the clock on the offense and turn away from last year's offense for the tight ends. They must have had, some sort of tight end party, because this is an incredible offense if you are a tight end. Branson 3 of 4, 19 yards on this drive. On the ground still, Cole Tabb this time. And this time Hawaii stiffens to the 23. Sets up a 3rd down and about 5. And look, we talked about the legacy at quarterback and at running back. There's a legacy at tight end, too.
Oh, Stanford's tight end U. Look at these guys. They have Zach Ertz, a great player I played against. Dalton Schultz still doing it. Austin Hooper. And now you got Sam Roush in this tight end room. So Stanford is known for their tight end play, and this offense is going to highlight guys like that.
In field goal range, inside the 25, 3rd down and 5.
I can anticipate some pressure here. I see the man-to-man coverage with the DBs all lined up back here.
Branson has time, a wobbler, but caught right at the 20. And that's Caden Hyde, the transfer from South Carolina State. He is short of the 1st down. And decision time for the Cardinal.
Oh, you go for it, Rich. Andrew Luck's back in town. Frank Reich said here, I'm only here for 1 year. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. And we're going to start going for these 4th downs. Why not stick to the run game? Because Hawaii has not stopped it yet. Follow the tight ends in Stanford's offense. That's where the ball's normally going.
That's Brandon Doyle in motion. And that's Micah Ford. Stanford's drive continues to the 16.
Dennis Thurman's defense is not stopping this run right now. They're not getting control of the game. Micah Ford, again, following the tight ends, and Peter Montema is not able to make that tackle. He makes the contact, but Micah Ford falls forward once again. I would love to see Hawaii bring some pressure and commit to shutting down this run game. If not, you're going to see Stanford marching down the field.
4 carries, 25 yards for Micah Ford on this opening drive. Branson throwing incomplete, flags down back near the quarterback at the 21-yard line.
Rich, I heard a collision up here in the booth. I think Branson took a big shot.
Roughing the passer. And what you heard was correct.
It was a loud collision. You see Branson in the pocket, and that's a slap to his helmet right there. And those hands to the head leading like that, although he's trying to knock the ball down, when you follow through on the quarterback's helmet, that is the right call, roughing the passer.
Penalties, a problem last year for Hawaii, a problem on the opening drive of 2025.
That's going to be a problem in week 0 for a lot of teams. But when you come out here with a packed stadium and the excitement that you have, you just need to settle down and play smart football.
Stanford went all of last year without a running back scoring a touchdown, which is unbelievable for Stanford. This is Ford. And he gets to the 5. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. I mean, look, Stanford's history has great running backs. They even had a running back whose nickname was Touchdown, Tommy Vardell.
It doesn't make any sense, Rich. I've never seen a stat like this. No running back scoring a rushing TD last year, but they had 2 passing TDs. I know Micah Ford's not happy about that. Cole Tabb's not happy about that. And Stanford would love to punch this ball in on the ground to finish off this drive. You got Sam Roush down bottom here. If he gets one-on-one, this is where Branson should go.
He's looking his way and overthrows him at the goal line. 3rd and goal.
Branson had his one-on-one with his go-to guy in Sam Roush. But Verdell Edwards, he's a big corner. He does a great job of not giving any ground, putting his heels on the goal line, and pushing Roush away, so this ball is far and away. Great stop here. It sets up a 3rd down for Hawaii. Does Dennis Thurman bring pressure and play man-to-man like he just did, or does he drop into his zone, Rich?
Good mix here on the drive. 5 throws, 6 rushes.
Anticipate the motion here at the bottom of the screen, Mitch. This is going to be the identifier if it's man or zone.
3rd and goal. Gobranson fires. Incomplete. Jordan Onovwe, the intended receiver. Field goal unit coming on.
Stanford did a great job off field, but Hawaii tightened it up down the bottom. They went to the man-to-man coverage the last 2 plays. Tight coverage leads to Stanford off the field to attempt a field goal.
Stanford has one of the better kickers in the country in Emmett Kenny. He's 14 of 17 last year. He had 2 game-winning kicks. This, a mere chip shot to get on the board to start the season, and Stanford does. Impressive start for Frank Reich. The Stanford Cardinal on the ground and in the air. And a 3-0 lead on the Islands. This yesterday, Andrew Luck said, I don't really know where to sit in this game as a general manager. And he's been everywhere so far.
Yeah, you know, where's Waldo? Where's Andrew today? He's been all over the place. On the field, in the bleachers, in the booth. We don't know where he's going to be on his phone. He has an iPhone nowadays, which is good. He used to have a flip. But this is him live right there. I got you, Andrew. I found you. I should get a couple bonus points for that.
You know, it feels like Andrew Luck is the one guy that can pull this off in the world of Stanford, right? To pull this program, such a proud program, out of what has been a real deep valley, 4 consecutive 3-9 seasons. They just did not adjust to the changing landscape of college football, transfer portal, NIL. And as a result, this is not the Stanford everybody's used to. But Andrew Luck, as the general manager, along with President Jonathan Levin, have relaxed a lot of the portal stuff. All of a sudden, they're in the new age of college football.
They brought him home. They brought the golden child back home to lead Stanford into the new era.
Cam Barfield, Brandon White, deep. Stanford on the board with their first drive. This is a hooked kick. And a fair catch called for and made. Now we turn our attention to the run and shoots. Micah Alejado has made 1 start in his college career. And with that 1 start, he has expectations soaring.
Unbelievable. And look at his high school record. 125 TDs and 4 interceptions. This is the golden child. We might bear witness to the start of something great today.
Now, it looked like a fair catch, but remember the ball bounced, and you can't fair catch that on the bounce. This is going to be spotted at the 1.
Wow, and this is a huge mistake here, and I would love if he would have put his foot out of bounds in the white and straddled it and established himself out of bounds so he could have got that kick to be called out of bounds.
Landon Sims in the backfield. Run and shoot, runs out of the gun. Alejado, 5'10", 180 pounds. Just his 2nd college start. Stanford brings 4. Alejado in the end zone. He's in trouble and goes down and fumbles. Touchdown, Stanford. Absolute disaster.
Wow, Rich, we talked about the golden child. We talked about the few mistakes he's made in his career. I wasn't surprised that they're going to pass it on the 1-yard line. They're going to pass it that much today. But Alejado did not get the ball out of his hands in time. You see, he's comfortable back here. This is what they do. But the ball's not out in time. Stanford pass rush wins. This ball is out. This is a fumble for a score for Stanford. Major mistake from the redshirt freshman.
Clay Patterson forced it. Wilfredo Ibar recovered it. And the Stanford defense, who really struggled last year with an enormous play off a mistake of special teams for Timmy Chang in Hawaii.
What a start for Stanford. You couldn't have predicted any better for them in the midway through the first quarter to be up 10-0 against Hawaii.
Emmett Kenny for the extra point. Same spot as the field goal. Mistake on special teams. When is a fair catch not a fair catch? When it bounces. Spotted at the 1. Sack in the end zone. And a Standford touchdown. You're watching college football. Frank Reich, coaching his first college game, is already up 10-0. All right, Logan Ryan.
I would have loved if Brandon White would have put his foot out of bounds to establish that kick out of bounds. That's a mistake. A major mistake would give Standford the ball on the 1-yard line, which then leads to this, the strip sack fumble. Ali Hado cannot hold the ball in the end zone. It is an offense that's tailored to get the ball out quickly. The redshirt freshman quarterback didn't do that there.
Timmy Chang told us in our meetings on Thursday, last year we did not have positive energy when things went wrong. They lost some games that they had the lead, and when things went south, they went south. This is a true test to see if they fix that. That one's through the end zone. Wednesday, 9 Eastern over on CBS Sports Network. Inside college football, they'll look ahead to all the Week 1 action, maybe a few highlights from Week 0. Appointment television Wednesday, 9 Eastern on CBS Sports Network. Maybe the best way to defend the run and shoot is not to give them the ball. And Standford ate up with that first drive, half of the first quarter.
And that's going to be Stanford's game plan. We just saw it in the first drive. Run the ball, eat up all the clock, score points.
Alejado fires, sideline, and a leap there by Carson Papunu, and it's incomplete. All right, the starting lineup for the Rainbow Warriors.
We haven't got to see much of their lineup out there today, but it's going to be Pofeli Ashlock, number 5, the wide receiver. To run and shoot, you need to have a smart quarterback and a smart wide receiver. This guy's going to get the bulk of the targets here today. You see him in motion right now. This is their go-to guy.
Second down and 10. On the ground, Landon Sims is blasted. He loses 2, and we check in with Tiffany Blackman.
Hey, guys. Well, now we get to see how Alejado responds to this adversity. He told us when he came in here and became the leader of this team that he felt like this group needed more of a sense of urgency, so he took it upon himself to be more of a vocal leader and try to rally the guys. And we saw how he took command of our press conference, too, guys.
He had quite the presence in the press conference. He's a really impressive young man. And this is another sign of adversity he's got to face early in his career, this 3rd and 12 right here.
It's a good defensive line for Standford. Alejado in trouble. Little screen. Caught there by Cam Barfield up the sideline. He's going to be short of the first down. They'll mark him right at the 33. He had to get to the 35.
Absolute beautiful play call here by Timmy Chang. He dials up the screen on 3rd and long. They just don't have enough blockers up front and not able to get that first down there. And then Alejado, who's used to having a clean jersey, is getting hit today. They do not want to see him get hit. He is only 5'10", 180 pounds, Rich.
Bryce Farrell is deep. Billy Gowers is the punter for Hawaii, and he's a 29-year-old Aussie who can kick with either foot.
Gotta go! Gotta go! Gotta go! Gotta go!
Wow, 29 years old, he can punt with both feet.
They just beat the play clock. Fair catch called for. Good bounce. If Hawaii can get there, and they can't, and it rolls through the end zone. That's a 67-yard punt. Second possession for Standford. On the islands, already up 10-0. Rich Waltz, Week 0 opener, Standford and Hawaii. Then Gulbranson, impressive on the first drive for Standford. They got a field goal out of that, then a sack and a fumble in the end zone for their touchdown. A lot of damage on the run. Micah Ford, carry there, will gain just 2.
And Rich, let's talk about what the Hawaii defense should do. They should commit the numbers to stop this run game. I like that stop right there. Do that again. Let's force Gulbranson to throw the ball downfield.
Dennis Thurman told us, I love our team's pursuit, especially last year. This year, we have to tackle better. 2nd and 8. Gulbranson in some trouble, and he fires it into the turf. This will be 3rd down and 8. Tariq Jones had the pressure for Hawaii.
I think this is the downside of Gulbranson. He is very good when he's not under pressure, but if you pressure him, he's got to move his feet. His accuracy goes downhill. He just dirts that ball there, Rich, because he had to move his feet. Hawaii should continue to bring the pressure, make Gulbranson uncomfortable.
Stanford does not have a deep or really overly talented wide receiver room. They lost a lot from last year. Alec Iomanner, 4th-round pick of the Titans. Emmett Mosley transferred. Ishmael Cisse transferred. Tiger Bachmeier transferred.
And then they got a bunch of receivers right here at the bottom of your screen. And Bryce Farrell, number 11, has track speed.
Gulbranson fires into coverage and almost picked. He was looking for Roush. Elijah Palmer almost with a turnover.
Unfortunately, Rich, I've been in Elijah Palmer's position before, but dropping an interception, and it's not good. This is a gimme right here. It's right in your lap, and this is why they say some DBs don't play wide receiver. I thought I had good hands, but you got to secure that one. That is a major play for Hawaii can make that catch.
Is that why you moved from corner to safety?
No. That's so I can extend my career a couple more years. You know, I had to steal some on the end there, Rich.
That's a smart move. Adam Flintoff to punt for Stanford, and a flag is down.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Well, sometimes the punt team takes a delay game on purpose, but when you're this backed up, that is not good operation there. We see special team blunders. You can expect that in early season football. In college, there's no preseason, so these kids, first game in a long time, that's where we've seen some of these mistakes.
Fair catch called for, and fair catch made. Hawaii gets another crack at this Stanford defense, which looks good so far. And a 10-0 lead for the Cardinal. That is Colin Wright, the best cover man for Stanford. He has not played yet, which is an indication he may not play at all. Groin injury. He was going to cover Pofele Ashlock in the slot. Obviously, Stanford banged up secondary. Scotty Edwards is not on the trip. Jordan Washington with a helmet on. But so far, no Colin Wright. And Micah Alejado in the offense for Hawaii have not been impressive so far. Quick throw. Caught there. That's Senecal with the catch. Andy Thompson is the new defensive coordinator, the co-defensive coordinator. Both defensive coordinators, he and Bobby April, are down on the field. Alejado. Ashlock with the catch. It's a nice way to get some rhythm for a young quarterback.
Rhythm's the word, Rich. That's exactly what I'm seeing. They're settling the game down for him. He's getting the ball out quickly. In order to be efficient in this run-and-shoot offense, the quarterback needs to find his rhythm.
Still a 3rd down and 3 right at midfield. Alejado fires it to the sideline. Caught there. That's Brandon White. Nice move. And White's got a 1st down into Stanford territory to the 36.
And this is what we expected today, Rich. Rhythm for the quarterback. Ball out quickly, accurate. He looks a lot like Tua, ladies and gentlemen. Get the ball out there, and Stanford's got to tackle in space today.
There is a component of tempo in this offense, and they're going fast now. Alejado scrambling. Got good wheels. He's 30. Alejado. He's 20. Alejado slides down to the 6. Micah Alejado. Big gain for Hawaii.
Micah Alejado has arrived. Maybe a half a quarter late, but that's okay. He's got time. It's not there. He's looking down the field, and he can also do this. He can use his arm, use his legs to extend the play, and he slides to get out to take any hard contact at the end.
That's a 29-yard scramble, and Hawaii in the red zone. They mark it at the 7 of Stanford.
And Rich, these run-and-shoot offenses tend to struggle in the low red zone. There's not as much space for the quarterback down here.
Sims is the short yardage back. Alejado in trouble. Alejado blasted at the 5, down at the 4. Matt Rose made the hit. His helmet has come off, which means he's going to have to come out of play.
He's got to come out. They got to bring in Luke Weaver here or put a running back in. They got to do something different here unless they use a timeout.
Remember, they lost a timeout already when they lost a challenge in the first 2 minutes. Luke Weaver, the junior backup out of Manteca, California, comes in a crucial spot here.
This is a big play for Luke Weaver. Do they hand it off and play it safe, or maybe a quick screenplay, Rich? Ophelia Ashlock in the slot right there. If they get the man-to-man look, I could see us going to number 5.
And Timmy Chang is going to say, look, let's just burn the timeout. Let's get Alejandro back in there.
Yeah, Luke, thanks for coming out. We're going to put our guy Micah back in. This is what people paid to see. This young freshman quarterback put on a show.
So a 10-0 Stanford start. Hawaii's first drive of significance. And a scramble by Alejandro has put them in a great spot.
Because of the timeout, Rich, Alejandro gets a comeback in the game. If they get that man-to-man look, I'm thinking a pick route for number 5, Ophelia Ashlock. I think that Timmy Chang is trusting him to make that decision. We should see Alejandro back in the game here, and he is. You're going to get some motion here, Rich, and that's going to tell Alejandro what he needs to do.
Barfield is the back. Alejandro fires, caught, touchdown, Ashlock. Now that's the run and shoot.
And that was because of the timeout by Timmy Chang. He got his quarterback back in the game. They moved number 5, Ophelia Ashlock, to identify if it's man or zone. And once he knows it's man-to-man, he knows that this slant route's going to be open all day long. This is the run and shoot, run to perfection, ladies and gentlemen.
And Alejandro showing the promise that everybody on the islands sees. 6 plays, 58 yards. The scramble set it up. And the point is good. Hawaii wobbles out of the gate, but answers with an impressive drive.
It might have been a little bit of a late start for Hawaii, but they are here. Ophelia Ashlock, ladies and gentlemen, told me he's going to have a big day today.
On Paramount Plus. Micah Alejandro, 67 yards of offense on that drive, 34 through the air, 33 on the ground.
And the only thing that happened on this drive, he got his rhythm. He got the ball out quickly and accurately. His receivers are making plays. If it's not there, he utilizes his feet. He has that in his game. And then ultimately, we talk about the low red zone. He's an accurate passer. He knows the coverage. He delivers a touchdown. That's easy football for the Hawaii offense.
So much optimism, not just Alejandro, but the fact that Alejandro has 2 outstanding receivers who are slot receivers, which is such a key in the run and shoot. Nick Senecal, and of course, Ophelia Ashlock, who caught the touchdown.
The run and shoot is a rhythm offense with the quarterback and the wide receivers both reading the defense and finding open space. And Ophelia Ashlock, who just scored, and Nick Senecal, we haven't got to yet. They're 2 of the best in the country at doing it, and their experience as well.
Not many of these college football teams run this offense. Stanford's last game last year was against San Jose State. Ken Niumatalolo, of course, another Hawaii quarterback,
of course,
ran a lot of the run and shoot. So Stanford's defensive staff and some of their players have seen it. This is Cole Tabb. And Tabb is out to about the 20-yard line.
Well, Rich, it looks like the game is finally settled. Stanford's offense came out early looking great. Their defense made a play. Hawaii responds. Cole Branson has been kind of rattled the last couple plays. It seems like Hawaii has tightened up that defense. Does Dennis Thurman continue to bring that pressure and put the game on Cole Branson's back and not the Stanford running game?
And one early trend has been, and this is not a surprise, Sam Roush, their fine tight end, has been his favorite target.
Absolutely. It's kind of his trust blanket. So can Hawaii continue to take away number 86? I'm sure he's going to be involved in all these plays, either running it behind him or throwing it to him.
And taking snaps under center. That's the tradition at Stanford. Cole Branson throws short. That's Tab with the catch. And Tab gets out to the 27. Tiffany Blackman.
Hey guys, you mentioned that relationship between Goldbranson and Sam Roush, and Goldbranson told us that Roush was one of the first people to reach out to him when he joined the team, that from day one they were throwing the ball together and getting on the same page, and it meant a lot to him because Roush is one of the leaders on this team.
All right, thank you, Tiffany. Certainly is. Roush at 86. And we talked about his size, 6'5", 260. Stanford staying on the ground, and Tab breaks it outside and has the first down. Elijah Gibson with the stop. If you're just joining us, Stanford, of course, big changes in the offseason. After 4 consecutive 3-9 seasons, they brought Andrew Luck back, the great quarterback, to be the general manager. Fired the coach. There's Luck down at the very end of the coach's box. And he had to hire a coach quickly, and he turned to Frank Reich, who was his last coach in the NFL. Remember that retirement after just 6 years in the league. So far, that combination's worked pretty well. And that's Tab across the 40. And the key is for Stanford, get up to speed with the modern game of college football. Be better in the transfer portal. Relax some of the rules as far as freshmen now can come in early and get acclimated rather than show up in fall camp for the first time.
And check this out, Rich. They have 17 transfers this year. That's more than the previous 4 years combined. Andrew Luck is keeping up with the time and recruiting players from other colleges to come to Stanford. I love how Goldbranson is canning the play. That means he's putting that previous play in the trash can and checking it. It could be a run to the other side or checking to a pass.
It's a run. Matangi Thompson comes up with the hit. That looks like a first down. Micah Ford. Now you see the flag in the final seconds of this first quarter.
There is no foul on the play holding. It's first down.
And Rich, I was explaining that canning that Goldbranson's doing at the line of scrimmage. They're going to take it to the quarter here. But this is a good play for them. If we don't want to check it to the right, we'll check it to the left. This is why Dr. Ben Goldbranson is in command of this Stanford offense.
And a 10-7 lead for the Cardinal and Frank Reich after one. Second quarter arrives moments ago. Tiffany Blackman with Hawaii head coach Timmy Chang.
Coach Chang, the Alejado touchdown to get you guys back in this game. What did you like about the way you responded to adversity early on?
Yeah, you know, it's going to be a game of responses, right? The ebb and flow of the game is going to go up and down. And I really loved how we just tightened up on defense right there. After that first drive, giving them 3, you know, owed us. You know, it's owed us, and that's the stuff that we're trying to break. And so giving them 7 points right there, spotting them 7 right there. You know, we just got to come out there and play our ball. And so the guys get settled down into the feel of the game. You know, I think we're going to have a lot more success if we just go out there, execute, and perform.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Good job, Tiff. Cedric Irvin's first carry. And the son of the great Michigan State Spartan busts across midfield. And they'll mark it at the 49-yard line of Hawaii. So the third running back to carry it so far for Stanford. And man, have they controlled this game.
Look at the time of possession there. This is what both teams want. Stanford controlling the time of possession. Hawaii only 4 minutes, but if Hawaii keeps scoring 7 really quickly, they're not going to care about that time of possession at the end.
Second and 2. Irvin again, Manuma from behind, and a flag flies in right at the line of scrimmage.
Using the area of holding or hands to the face, something in that nature.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense. Number 52. 15-yard penalty added to the run. Automatic first down.
It's Luther McCoy. You heard Timmy Chang tell Tiffany that's old us with that turnover, giving up the touchdown. Old us for Hawaii last year was also penalties.
And it seems like Hawaii can just not get out of their own way right now. Too many personal fouls, too many dumb plays, to be frank with you. That's really costing them so far in this game.
That's a huge flag. Football just outside the 30.
under center. You see Branson canning the play again. That means he's changing the play to run it to the other side.
Irvin again. Tough going. Manuma makes the stop. Gain of about 3. Luther McCoy, 52, the guilty party.
Yeah, let's check the face mask there. Luther Burden look like it's right. And he's grabbing that face mask, and you got to let it go. And he pulls it down. That is right in front of the umpire right there. That's about the worst place you want to do it. Excuse me, Luther McCoy there. But you got to be smarter than that. You can't grab the face mask, especially not right in front of the umpire.
4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. High snap. Irvin. Looks like 3 more yards.
And Rich, when you're playing against a great running team like Stanford clearly is and wants to be, it's all going to come down to 3rd down. It's all going to come down to 3rd down here. You see Stanford's going to commit to run the ball. They're going to follow their big guys there. You see everyone getting pushed out. Hawaii's bowing up, but all that matters in this red area, all that matters after all those run plays is, can you get Stanford off the field on 3rd down here?
Frank Reich shares play calling duties with Nate Byam, the offensive coordinator. 3rd and 3 here. Branson to throw. Pocket collapses a bit, and it's incomplete. And so now 4th and 3. Late flag in the defensive secondary.
Hawaii cannot afford another flag right here.
Pass interference. Defense, number 3. Ball be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic 1st down.
Both of Stanford's long drives have been aided by penalties. Number 3, Jalen Smith. You see he hooks him right there again, right in front of the umpire. The worst place you want to do it, but you can't put the hand around and pull it. You can put the hand around the waist, Rich, but when you pull the receiver and restrict him and turn his shoulders, that's an easy call.
And the mistakes are mounting for Hawaii. That special teams mistake on the fair catch. Penalties. Obviously the fumble in the end zone that Stanford recovered for a touchdown. Now 1st and 10. And the 22. That's Cole Tabb back in. Cole Tabb, a strong runner. He's 5'8", 200 pounds, a former Olympic weightlifter.
Yeah, Rich, they call him a fire hydrant. I think he's wider than he is tall, but he's in there to churn for those yards, and Stanford's continue to run this ball. If Hawaii doesn't continue to keep giving them free yards with the penalties, keep getting them 3rd downs, they would be off the field by now.
Cardinal eating up yards and eating up clock. 10th play of the drive. 2nd and 8, Branson. Caught. C.J. Williams, not a big game, and another 3rd down.
This game's going to come down to the 3rd downs here. We're here once again. Hawaii has tightened up the coverage on 3rd down. They have brought pressure that has gotten Branson uneasy. However, it's been the penalties, the grabbing, the holding by Hawaii that's been leading to these 1st downs. Can they not foul and play man-to-man on 3rd down? That's what I'd love to see.
They had almost an 8-minute drive in the 1st quarter. This is right now a 6-minute drive. 2 of 5 on 3rd down. They have converted a 4th down as well. Branson, lots of time. Scrambling. Flags are down in the backfield. That looks like a hold. Branson short of the 1st down.
Branson had time. He had open wide receivers. He didn't feel comfortable. But let's just see this laundry in the backfield here. This looks like to be an offensive holding. Does Hawaii accept it or decline it is now Timmy Chang's question.
Well, it'll be 4th down and about 4. It's a closer field goal there.
Holding. Offense, number 51. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
And they want to force Stanford to kick the field goal.
And I agree with that. I think 4 yards is too far for Frank Reich to go for it there. So that's the right call by Timmy Chang. Right side of your screen here, you're going to see the hold. Not letting him go. Branson has to move his feet. And they force Stanford to a field goal attempt.
Emmett Kenny, last year hit the game winner at Syracuse, had a walk-off 52-yarder to beat Louisville. This is from 34. It's blocked. Hawaii gets a hand on it.
Special teams. Week 0 football, Rich. The special team blunders. Hawaii gets their hand up there. They kind of get a steal position back now. They've been playing ugly football. They're able to get back in the game. When we come back, we get to see the true freshman, redshirt freshman, Mike Alejado, back behind the driver's seat.
Well, that's a big moment for Luther McCoy, right?
Yeah, Rich. I mean, you go in the doghouse with the penalty earlier, but then it's how you get out the doghouse if you're on the team. Stick that left paw up, finish the drive, save your team 3 points right there. Luther McCoy got out the coach's doghouse on that one.
So the run and shoot back in there. Stanford has eaten a lot of clock. They have a 3-point lead.
Like Alejado changing the play here.
Barfield to the right. Stanford, good defensive line, good linebackers. And Hawaii really had trouble running the football last year.
They did. It's not something they try to commit to too much. When they run it, they get some yards. They pass the ball more than anybody in the country. It's just not their style of offense.
6 yards on that carry. Alejado fires to the sideline, caught there. Senecal coming back. Let's see where they mark him. It's close to the stick.
This look above the stick for me to be a first down here.
They're moving it. That's a first down. He doesn't look like, talk like, feel like a redshirt freshman.
Alajado's chin strap is loose, Rich. You see that? He's just chilling with a loose helmet right now. He is so calm and under control.
Some would say he was born for this. Ashlock with the catch, bounces off a tackle, and Ashlock still going, flag down, probably a face mask. And this could add 15 yards to a tremendous effort by Pofele Ashlock.
I got a face mask here, Rich, and Pofele Ashlock is such a great kid when you get to know him.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 51. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Pofele Ashlock was a freshman All-American. He had a down year last year, and he told me he's going to bounce back. You see them grabbing the top of the helmet there? That's going to be considered a face mask, and he is playing and running with effort, energy, and juice. He was fired up to play in this game, Rich.
Remember, for Alejado, the redshirt freshman, his first pass attempt, he was sacked in the end zone, fumbled. Stanford got the touchdown. Alejado shuffles the feet, sideline shot, and it's incomplete. There's a long line of great Hawaiian quarterbacks, right? I mean, start with Tua, Mariota, Jason Gesser, Timmy Chang, Dylan Gabriel. And that one just overthrown. And he's connected to all these guys, right?
All these guys are connected. Tua's dad was his Little League football coach. Marcus Mariota just gave me a text during the game that he loves the kid. He threw with him as well, and he's a baller. So all these Hawaiian quarterbacks are supporting their guy, Mike Alejado, and they think he's going to be the next great one as well.
Well, second down, quick throw there. It's caught by Pupunu. And Pupunu to the 37, short of the first down. We check in with Tiffany Blackman.
Hey guys, well, hearing Logan mention Tua, well, we talked to Micah about their relationship, and he told us that his brother played high school ball with Tua, that he grew up around him, even having throwing sessions with him at a nearby park. He said he's still there for him to lean on now and offer advice, but he was just so grateful that he took him under his wing and grateful for their relationship.
Good stuff, Tiff. Maybe because he's a lefty, he reminds a lot of people of Tua or even Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, I definitely see that, and definitely the quick throwing motion as well.
Stanford blitzes. Alejado fires deep. That's Pupunu. And it's incomplete.
This could be 4-down territory here, Rich. They're going into the wind. It does not make sense to kick it. It does not make sense to punt it. I would keep Alejado on the field and go for this.
And of course, Timmy Chang, Hawaiian legend, run and shoot. June Jones is his coach. One of the great quarterbacks, not only in Hawaii history, but college football history.
And 4th and 3 here, Rich. This is a massive down at this part of the game. This is major, and I would find number 5, Pofeli Ashlock, right here if I was Alihada.
Got to get to the 33. Swing pass, Sims with the catch. He's hit, and he's stopped. Standford gets the ball back.
What a massive stop by Standford there. They didn't go to Pofeli Ashlock. They decided to swing it to the running back, and Standford rallies and makes quite the stop. It might not look as pretty. It might not be the run and shoot, but Stanford's playing tough physical football here in Hawaii.
Time now for Working on a Win, presented by the Home Depot.
And let's break down the Standford 4th down stop. Sam Mattingly, 51 here. He had the face mask earlier. He was in the doghouse, but he got out of it. He's in man-to-man coverage with the back. You see, all this stuff is traffic to get the running back the ball. But look at Mattingly track it. Look at him track it. He tracks down the near hip and gets that beautiful 4th down stop. That play was made for him not to make that. Great effort by Mattingly.
Stanford back on offense. Gulbranson play action.
He's got people open.
Thought about a deep shot, and a short toss is caught. But a good hit there by Jemai Otis, the linebacker. And that's a short gain of about 4.
Gulbranson has vertical routes down the field. He has not felt comfortable throwing them. He continues to check the ball down. That is what Hawaii wants.
Ball control, that's what this offense is designed for. It's a vast departure from the last couple of years. They're back to pound it, play action, then throw it.
I anticipate the run here behind 86.
That's Rush, the big tight end. And Hawaii fills the hole in a hurry. Jalen Smith. These linebackers are athletic. They're not big, but they can pursue.
And they're interchangeable. Jalen Smith, Jemai Otis, they're both very versatile. Dennis Thurman gave us the comparison of the Ravens backers of Ray Lewis and Bart Scott, meaning that both those guys are Energizer Bunnies. Both those guys can run and tackle.
Got an NFL defensive coordinator, legendary college football player, and Dennis Thurman as the D coordinator. And you got Frank Reich, an NFL head coach and quarterback, helping call plays for Stanford. 3rd down. Gulbranson is down. Flag follows. Jackie Johnson got him for Hawaii, but wait on the flag.
Hawaii's D-line is now winning the game. They're getting in the backfield and making Gulbranson uncomfortable. But let's just see what this flag's on.
Here's a look. Was this a hit to the head?
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense, number 79. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
DeJohn Benton. It looked like it was an open hand, but still, you can't do it.
This is the second time we saw this today, Rich. My hands are on my head. I'm so frustrated. You see the open head slap to the quarterback. That is going to be called roughing the passer this year. They got to play smarter. Can they play hard without fouling? I think that's a foul there on Benton. And unfortunately, that's another free first down for the Stanford offense.
Four penalties. They've all hurt 40 yards.
I don't think they know their football. That was a wound to the face.
Inside Hawaii territory at the 47. Gulbranson, a quick throw. That's C.J. Williams. Spins a 1-1 tackle. And Williams, the man they call Unk, because he's been around. He was at USC, he's at Wisconsin, now he's at Stanford.
I didn't know Unk was in your language terminology there, Rich. You surprised me with that one. But Unk looked pretty spry on that one. C.J. Williams shakes out a couple tacklers there. And Hawaii's DB's got to do a better job of wrapping up on contact.
Unk gets a breather. 31 catches in 2 years at Wisconsin.
Unk's got to go to his rocking chair now.
Stanford on the move. Hawaii penalties have added to it. To the 31-yard line. I think another reason why Gulbranson won this quarterback job, this is his 6th year, lots of time at Oregon State. This offense demands a quarterback is able to call blocking schemes, is able to operate the offense efficiently, and he's done it.
And let's be honest, Rich, it's a run-first offense. They want a quarterback that can check into the right run play and then make some accurate passes when he has to. They don't need Gulbranson to win this game, though.
On the ground still, Micah Ford. Well, let's go back in time. His first look at Stanford, this is a Hail Mary for a catch and a touchdown and a win. 56 yards. And when he showed up and was confronted with that and signing with Stanford, he said, sorry, not sorry.
Against Stanford, right? Hey, guys, now you got me.
Well, Branson, 9 of 14, 50 yards. Ford straight ahead, breaks loose. Micah Ford inside the 20. And he's got a first down, and the ground game for Stanford really does look like a throwback here.
Everybody at home, you want to feel really smart today, find 86, and that's where the ball's going to go. Roush with another great block. Micah Ford right behind him. That seems to be the trends of the Stanford offense. Run the ball behind the dominant tight ends.
20 carries, 96 yards for Stanford's ground game. 4 minutes into this drive. Ford again. This time hit at the 16 by Manuma. And he spins to the 15.
And that seems like that's going to be the game. It's settling itself. It's going to be run plays behind the tight end. Peter Manuma lines up to the tight end. So Manuma's going to have to continue to make these tackles to get Stanford's defense some better field position.
Stanford had a field goal blocked right around this area, their last drive. They have eaten a ton of time off the clock in this first half with this ground game.
I'm thinking quick game here, Rich.
Branson looking, end zone. Roush was there, and it popped out of his hands.
Branson found his guy, Sam Roush. The middle of the defense opened up, and Menio Jensen with perfect coverage, knowing who Branson wants to throw it to, stays on the top shoulder and finishes through the play.
Branson's parents had to get rid of their Oregon State stuff and get into some Stanford gear.
Swap that out quickly. It's funny how parents and kids can switch these days, huh?
Irvin's in the backfield. 3rd and 9, Stanford.
Some pressure here, Rich.
Branson pressured, throws it away, and it's incomplete, and it's 4th down.
This is the answer, Rich. This is the key. Bring pressure to Branson. Make him move his feet. I swear after every 3rd down, I got to check if there's a penalty. There's no penalty there, so Hawaii played that clean, and that's how you get Stanford off the field.
It was Manuma trying to avoid the roughing the passer penalty.
I don't think Timmy Chang's happy.
That might have been ground. You know, the officials were lining it up, and it is grounding.
15. Penalty is a loss of down in the spot of the foul. 4th down.
The side judge came up late and had the discussion with referee Justin Elliott. And we bring in Gene Steratore. Gene, grounding?
Yeah, just a good job, Rich, of the officials, because first you've got to see that the quarterback remains in the tackle box. He's just at the edge. The ball gets back to the original line of scrimmage, it appears, but there is no receiver in that area. That's the deep official side judge job. And he comes in, lets him know no one's there. Great call for intentional grounding by the crew.
Thank you, Gene. And that makes this field goal attempt 46 yards. Last one was blocked. This one's on the money. Emmett Kenny knocks it through. Stanford 3 more points. Stretch their lead on the Islands to 13-7. Three and a half left first half. Stanford 13-7. Coming up, Geico halftime report. Adam, Aaron, Rick, BJ will have highlights of the day's early action. Farmageddon from Ireland. Iowa State, Kansas State squared off in a pivotal Big 12 matchup. In anticipation for week 1, Michael Vick, head coach. Arch Manning, QB1. And your former Super Bowl coach in Carolina Blue.
That's a familiar face right there, Bill Belichick, and that's about the biggest smile you're ever going to see him have. But Bill Belichick making his debut in college, everyone asked me what's that going to look like. I think he's going to win. That's what he does. He's a football savant. I can see North Carolina winning games sooner than later.
Later on this year, there's going to be a Frank Reich versus Bill Belichick matchup. in the ACC.
Who's going to smile more there?
Well, we'll see. In college football, coaches talk about winning the middle 8. And what that means is win the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half. Frank Reich knows that. They do that in the NFL as well. Hawaii has the ball, 3.5 left here. Remember, Hawaii gets the ball to start the second half.
And this is such a philosophy in the NFL as well, Rich. This is what we did in New England Patriots. We would decline the opening kick. Tom Brady would score in the last 4 minutes before the first half, and then we'll get the ball back to start halftime and try to double up on them. That is a huge key to winning football games.
Hawaii has plenty of time. Run and shoot has had its moments. Alihado scrambling, gets down, and he's crunched by 3 Cardinal. Matt Rose with a hit, and there's flags down. And anytime a quarterback slides and there are tackles that follow, officials are going to take a close look at it. Alihado's helmet comes off again. If it is a penalty, he can stay in, though, I believe.
Alihado slid. I got some late hits on him there. We'll see how up high they were. But you don't want your quarterback taking that much contact anyway, but this could have been a little late here by Standford.
Our first look. Matt Rose. Boy, that's... Let's take a look. His helmet does come off.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, with targeting, defense, number 32. 15-yard penalty. The previous play is under review.
We're going to have to unbox this one here, Rich.
That's Mitch Lieber, the senior safety.
I feel as if, we'll get to the replay, I feel as if the defender was already committed before Alihado started to slide.
Right, but was the crown of the helmet, did he lead with it? And is there contact to the face mask? That's a Gene Steratore question. We're glad we have him. Gene, what do you see?
This is a really close one for me, fellas. Alihado does start to slide, and in college football, once he starts to slide, he's given himself up. Even though a body part may not be down, he is considered down at that point or beginning of being down. Now, when you're looking for targeting, you're looking for a few indicators. Naturally, because he is down there officially, he becomes defenseless. So any forcible contact to the head neck area, but it also has to have in it that feeling like the intent is there, or the target, the thrusting toward the head neck. To me, I don't think Rose is doing that. It looks to me like he's getting hit with an arm or so in the head neck area, but to me it doesn't look like forcible contact to the head neck area. You see the head away in front of Alihado. To me, I don't feel like it's targeting. I understand why they went roughing, because right there when he starts to slide, he really is down, officially down at that point and protected, but I don't think enough for targeting. We'll have to see what the officials think.
Now, I called it Rose. Officials said it was 32 Lieber, but obviously in the replays it's Matt Rose.
I agree with Gene on this. I think that it was a late hit.
Review, there is no foul for targeting. We still have a personal foul for unnecessary roughness. Defense 5, 15 penalty, automatic first down. Number 12 of Hawaii may remain in the game.
So Gene explained it perfectly there, right? You got the roughness on the quarterback there for the slide and the hit while the slide, but not the targeting. I don't think it was the forcible hit to the head or neck area. I think there was the officials got that one right.
Way to go, Gene. And because it was a penalty, Alihado's helmet came off, but he can stay in because of the roughing.
And I'm telling you, Alihado wears his helmet loose. If you see these chin straps right there, see how that's not tight? These are the new helmets, Rich. You got to pull those tight to keep on. He is playing with a loose helmet. That's how much swag this man has, where he's comfortable out here. You don't have his helmet really tight.
I don't think I've seen his mouth guard in much at all.
No.
Still a lot of time left here. Christian Vaughn, his first carry. Josiah Galvan made the stop for Stanford. Remember, Hawaii lost a timeout because of a missed challenge. They burned another timeout to keep Alihado in the game after his helmet came off. They have one timeout left here with 3 minutes left. Alihado looking downfield, nobody there. Race to the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds right at midfield. Matt Rose in pursuit.
Alihado goes over the gate there, but I'm really pleasantly surprised and pleased by Andy Thompson's defense. They're really taking away all the quick game from Alejado. It seems like he's got to string things out. The quick, easy passes that we're used to is not there. This is a clean push. He's just 180 pounds. He's going to go flying in college football at that weight.
And remember, Andy Thompson's defense is without 3 top defensive backs. Scotty Edwards, the safety, not on the trip. Colin Wright, we haven't seen, and Jordan Washington is dinged up as well.
And if I'm Hawaii security and this is the Golden Boy, I'm going to catch him before he runs into that gate.
3rd down, Alejado caught, but another good hit by Matt Rose. Senecal the catch. He is just short of the 1st down, it appears.
This is a tight spot. I can see this going down to the 2-minute timeout, and I can see Hawaii going for the 4th down here. Absolutely, they're going to go for this.
Well, they've given him the 1st. Initial signal was 4th down.
That is a 2-minute timeout.
But Hawaii gets a 1st down upon further review. 2-minute timeout. Fun game here in Hawaii. Timmy Chang and the Rainbow Warriors on the move. Frank Reich and Standford on top. Thank you, Adam. Final 2 minutes of an entertaining first half, and Hawaii gets that 1st down. 1 timeout left. Ball sits at the 46 of Standford.
I think the run game's still alive, Rich. I think obviously they want to pass it. Hawaii passes more than anyone else. And they want to walk away with a touchdown here before halftime.
Redshirt freshman quarterback, Micah Alejado. They do run it. Sims going nowhere, though. Stanford's defensive front has experience, and they have depth. Many of the transfers that came in ended up on that defensive line.
And the reason why they run it, they don't want to give the ball back to Stanford with too much time, so use some clock. But Alejado's going to get in the no-huddle offense now and do his thing.
Alejado, quick throw. Caught there. Ashlock, flag down. Flag sits at the 40. It stops the clock.
So guys could be holding on the perimeter here. Another setback for Hawaii potentially.
Well, they're asking Timmy Chang, which means it's probably against Stanford.
Yeah.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense. Number 22. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. Automatic 1st down.
So it's 22 right here. You see the hands of the face. We've been seeing this today. He's grabbing it, and then he pulls it. That is a clear face mask there. Usually you see this go against wide receivers holding on the perimeter, but the DB cannot have the hand up in the face mask.
Shea Ojarike with the penalty. You see Stanford now with 5 penalties and big yardage. 1 timeout for Hawaii. 1.5 left. Closing moments, first half. Barfield flips it back, and that one blows up. Clay Patterson had it played perfectly.
Clay Patterson, aura farmer right now.
And a flag is down. Patterson celebrating at midfield. May have drawn a flag.
Hawaii goes with the trickeration. Clay Patterson's been in college 7 years. You can't fool him. But then he does the foolish TikTok dance that looked like it's going to be a taunting call. Welcome to week 0 football, people.
The transfer from Yale. That was a 12-yard loss.
Clay Patterson trying to get trending real quick. Cost his team. That might get you a seat next to the coach on the bench right there, Rich.
Well, he's going to trend more for that than he would for the dance.
And then you get the infamous hand on the head. Oh, doy, what did I do?
It was a disaster play for Hawaii and a disaster dance for Stanford.
It wasn't that bad for the big fella.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 91, his first. 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down. Stanford has taken their first charge team timeout.
Stanford calls timeout. The ball all the way down to the 21-yard line. That's a costly dance.
Thank you.
Minute 25 left in the first half. 3 big penalties for Frank Reich and the Stanford Cardinal on this Hawaii drive.
Clay Patterson makes the biggest play of his day. He stops the flea flicker, whatever, trying to set up for a 12-yard loss. and then he gets up and hits this dance. Rich, are you familiar with this dance? Have you seen the kid on the boat doing this?
Vaguely.
Okay, it hasn't came across your TikTok.
No.
All right, it wasn't worth it for the Stanford Cardinal. Now they give Hawaii a fresh set of downs.
At the 21. Still plenty of time. Hawaii has just the one timeout. Senecal in motion. Alejado. Pressure. Little inside screen to Sims. He's inside the 20. Remember, they can't stop the clock here but once.
Stanford offense going to get on the ball here. They are comfortable with this minute left. They operate in tempo all the time. I'm really impressed with Stanford bringing so much pressure and playing tight coverage. They're not making the game easy for Alejado.
Hawaii was trying to make a substitution late. Kupunu came on and has to leave the field.
When I see these two high safeties, Rich, I can see somebody coming up the middle here. Middle of the field may be open.
Stanford brings 4. Alejado, end zone shot, it's caught! Touchdown! Jackson Harris, the former Cardinal.
Jackson Harris says, you guys don't want me? I got greener grass over here. I highlighted too high coverage, but Jackson Harris just wins straight up on the backside. One-on-one route, perfectly placed by Alejado. You only need 1 foot in college. Jackson Harris said, I got 2 for you. How about that against his former team?
$45 yards of penalties for Stanford on 3 flags on that drive. 75 yards, 9 plays, 3 minutes. Hawaii on the board again. And in front for the first time, Jackson Harris bites his old team. Timmy Chang's Hawaii Rainbows had a disastrous start to this game. And they have come back to take the lead. Penalties on that drive, but some big plays too. 3 minutes. We talked about winning the middle 8. They've accomplished the first part of that. They've run the clock down to 42 seconds. They have their 7 points. Hawaii gets the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
And Rich, I don't think Hawaii has played well at all in this first half, and they had the lead. And you see Jackson Harris, familiar opponent, he transferred to Hawaii this year, and he's able to go out there and put a big game against his former team. So he's happy to be on the white side right now.
Cole Tab will return it up the sideline. Now, what does Stanford do here? They've been ground and pound with some smart passing plays. They don't have a lot of time, 39 seconds. They've got 2 timeouts.
They do have 2 timeouts, but to me, it's not in Gold Branson's DNA to throw the ball down the field. I think they play it safe. They might start it with a run or a screen pass. If they get a first down, I can see them going to the 2-minute operation, but I don't know if they come out like that. They might play it safe to take it to halftime, Rich.
Frank Reich was in line with a basket at Costco when Andrew Luck called him and said, hey, I can't mess around. I got no time for a chit-chat. I need you to come be my coach.
Yeah, and the real thing about that is he said his cart was empty. He left. I've never left Costco with an empty cart. That was really impressive. That was great discipline by Frank Reich. He left Costco. Now he's head coach at Stanford.
Ford's in the backfield. You would guess Stanford is going to sit on this and try not to make a mistake, but Gold Branson is going to go up top, fires over the middle, and it's incomplete. Looking for Roush, and he was hit a couple times.
Gold Branson's usual suspect is Sam Roush into double coverage, and Verdo Edwards, 2nd time today, shuts Roush down. Now does Stanford throw the ball on this play and continue to put the ball downfield and risk a turnover? They got to spread open, Rich. They might try it.
They're going to put it up again now, a little screen pass. And Ford is going to get caught, and he's down at the 18. Now, Hawaii has just the 1 timeout.
If they had two, they would have called one there. But the fact that they only have one, they're going to let this run down and go to the half. I think both sides should let this run down and go to the half here.
Remember, Hawaii lost in the first 2 minutes of the game, lost the timeout with an unsuccessful challenge.
Rich, Hawaii was down 10-0 in the beginning of the first quarter. How about the response?
Well, week 0 started over in Dublin, right? In Ireland. Finishing here. That's the end of the first half.
That is the end of the first half.
And Hawaii up by a point. For Tiffany's halftime interview with Coach Chang, go to X at CBS Sports CFB. We'll send you to Adam Zucker and company in the studio for the Geico halftime report. Micah Alejado and Hawaii on top 14-13. On to New York after these messages and a word from your local station. 14-13. Halftime coming to a close in Honolulu. Rich Waltz along with Logan Ryan. Tiffany Blackman joins us shortly. Hawaii fell in a 10-0 hole. They have a redshirt freshman, and Micah Alejado brought him back.
They did, and that's why we call him the golden child. Rhythm is what happened. He was out of rhythm on the first play, trying to do too much. Backed up, you got to get the ball out quickly. He held the ball. Look how long he held it. Led to a strip sack there for Standford. But then the kid settled down. He hasn't faced a lot of adversity. But here's the rhythm. Get the ball out quickly. And when he's throwing it under 2.8 seconds, that's deadly for the Standford defense.
It's the first pocket watch I've ever seen used in modern football television. How about that? But a good indication of how quickly he wants to get rid of it. Brandon White on his way on a return across the 25-yard line. Remember, Hawaii scored in that last 4 minutes of the first half. They get the football to start things. And this is exactly what you talked about, partner. Under 2.8 seconds.
And he's been accurate in both, but the biggest thing is look at the yardage on a 2.8, 80 with 2 touchdowns. When I think of the great quarterbacks in this offense, Timmy Chang, Colt Brennan, even how Tua plays, they all get the ball out quickly and accurately.
And he spread it around. You can see 7 different players have caught a pass in this one. First possession, second half. Standford also had a field goal blocked from close range. Drop play to Barfield. Not a great running game for Hawaii, but a nice gain there of about 7. Game trends presented by Jersey Mike Subs. Will Branson kept in check, only 47 yards through the air. The future arrives, 13 of 16, 2 touchdowns. And time of possession, Standford dominated, but Hawaii, when they've needed to, has been able to stick it in the end zone, and a nice throw to the sideline there, and a catch by Jackson Harris. And we check in with Tiffany Blackman.
Hey guys, well, going into the break, I watched Coach Chang high-fiving his guys, proud of the way that they were able to take the lead going into half. Now he wants to see them establish their run game. They've got under 40 yards. He also said when it comes to Micah Alejado that he's got to find his guys because Stanford's done a great job of pressuring them. And as for Stanford, well, Coach Reich wants to see them finish drives with that offense and get the air game going with Colt Branson.
Thank you, Tiffany. Good stuff. Ball sits at the 41. Hawaii's first possession. Flags down.
Snap infraction. Offense, number 57. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's Ethan Spencer, the senior center.
That's an interesting call. You don't see that too often with the snap infraction here by the center, Spencer. We're not able to catch it there, but he went a little too soon and must have moved the ball back and forth too much. You're not allowed to do that. You see him move the ball there, and that's where the snap infraction occurred. They run the same play again.
And again, this is Barfield, and he busts a nice one of about 14 yards out to the 49-yard line. Jay Green, the tackle for Standford.
Timmy Chang told us he wants to run the ball in this half, and that's what he does. Great kick-out block, and look at Barfield's vision and ability to come downhill, and that is so unusual for a Hawaiian offense.
Alejado to the outside. I don't know that he got a first down, and there's a flag down right at the line of scrimmage inside the tackle box.
Holding. Offense. Number 58. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
They got holding on Zenzo Talo. And again, it seems like Hawaii can just not get out of their way today. We talk about rhythm, Rich, in the first half to bring that back about what that offense needs, but the penalties get you off rhythm quickly.
Yeah, Frank Reich feels the same way. Stanford's had some costly penalties. Maybe it's week 0 and the opener for both these teams. 6 penalties, 55 yards.
Hawaii loves to spread it out and get the ball out of his hands quickly.
Blitz comes. Alejado steps into it and is buried by it. Matt Rose is playing a heck of a ball game. That's his 8th tackle, and Alejado is down.
Rich, that did not look good. The entire state of Hawaii is holding their breath right now.
And Alejado is trying to find his 9th tackle for Rose.
I saw his knee buckle and fall under there. You got to hope for the best on this one, but that is not a great sign for the Hawaii future here. We got to really monitor this situation, see how Alejado handles this.
Luke Weaver is the backup, a junior out of Manteca, California. Junior college player, went to Modesto Junior College.
And you see Matt Rose here. Comes underneath and does a hip drop tackle, which is not allowed in the NFL. They don't have that rule in college. Let's check on Alejado when we come back.
All right, up on his feet and on his way to the sideline a moment ago. Obviously, Tiffany is down there. As soon as she gets word, we'll have a report. Tiff, what do you see?
Hey, well, I can tell you from my angle when Alejado went down, his upper and lower body twisted in 2 different directions. So once he got up, he did have a slight limp. He's in the tent now, and he immediately, before they closed it, put his right leg up while they're taking a look at it, guys.
All right, thank you, Tiffany. Luke Weaver's first throw here is knocked down by Teva Tafiti of Stanford.
And Rich, let's just talk about what the Alejado injury means. I mean, this is the face of the franchise. This is the future of Hawaii football. Timmy Chang told us we got us one with this great Hawaiian quarterback. And look, in the NFL, this is called a hip drop tackle. It's not a malicious play, it just happens sometimes. You see the upper body go back, the knee buckle. You got to hope for the best here for Alejado. He was able to walk off.
Gower's punt, a boomer at the 10. That's Farrell. It's a 53-yard punt from the Aussie. And Stanford's first possession will be inside their own 15-yard line. Tomorrow on CBS, summer hoops season comes to a close at 2 Eastern. Big 3 All-Star Game and Championship, followed by the LPGA's CPKC Women's Open. That's tomorrow on CBS, and it streams on Paramount+. In the tent is Alejado. Luke Weaver, by the way, has had big offensive numbers in junior college, threw for over 5,000 yards and 44 touchdowns in 2 seasons at Modesto Junior College. But obviously, they want Alejado out of that tent and back in the game. Micah Ford in the backfield. First possession, second half, Standford. Ford, a gain of maybe 3. Let's go back down to Tiffany.
Hey guys, no official word yet, but I can see that they are heavily taping up the right foot of Alejado. I'll keep you guys posted once I get more.
All right, thank you.
Alejado's been so decorated in his career. He has not been injured a bunch. He won a ton in high school, was immaculate in his start last year. You talk about adversity. He started the game with adversity, but he's back. He's out. I'm sure the type of competitor he is, if he can walk on it, he's going to try to play on it.
Out of the injury tent, testing that foot. Micah Ford's. Stanford, more success on the ground early in that first half. Dennis Thurman's defense made some nice adjustments.
Mike Alejado on the sideline is going to be warming up. Let's see if he can give it a go here. But on this third down, this is what Hawaii's been wanting all day. They've been costing too many penalties on third down, Rich. They've been giving away free first downs. Can they play hard and smart football on third down in the second half? That's going to be the question.
3 of 8 on third down.
I see some pressure coming. A lot of guys at the line of scrimmage are moving around.
Hawaii's coming. Gobranson's flushed and throws it into the turf right at the feet of Micah Ford.
Jackie Johnson gets through. Dennis Thurman is dialing it up. And I told you, every time Gobranson's got to move his feet, the ball ends up in the dirt somehow. This is the goal. Get the Stanford quarterback off of his spot, and Gobranson is not effective outside the pocket.
3 and out for Stanford to start the second half. Tamahuilata is deep for Hawaii. Huilata lets it go. And Hawaii's going to have great field position. The question is who's at quarterback when we get back. 14-13. Hawaii on top. Micah Alejado is back in. That tape on his foot, as Tiffany reported. Hawaii has a 1-point lead and great field position at their own 42. He's been mobile, and he's hurt Stanford with his legs. We'll see if that continues. And Hawaii on the ground. Barfield another nice run. That's 12 more yards and a real change of course from the first half.
I'm sure that Timmy Chang and the Hawaii offense wants to establish the run game that even helped Alejado, who looks like he's wounded.
Barfield bounces outside, makes a cut, spins inside the 40. That's 8 more yards.
Yeah, Rich, I don't know if you're catching this, but Alejado's literally limping on one leg right now, playing quarterback. He's all about his feet. And watch after this fake, he is hopping on one foot. That right foot is extremely severely hurt right now. He's playing through it.
His first throw since the injury. It's on the money. That's Devin Tauefa, the tight end. And Hawaii, like clockwork, is chewing up yards.
And sitting down with Micah, he told us a big part of his game and the quick passing is his feet. He needs quick feet to get the ball out. So how is this injury going to affect his throwing?
Another first down. Another quick throw. Ashrock with the catch. And that's a gain of about 6.
Let's check out the feet. He gets it. He hops to his quick read. And he's able to get that out there, but he does not want to put weight on that foot. But you got to play tighter coverage or Profeli Ashlock's going to catch a lot of balls today.
He's 16 of 19, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Man, big holes right now for Cam Barfield. Flag comes down after the run, right at the line of scrimmage.
Stanford's really rolling on offense right now, but the penalties have been hampering them all day.
Holding. Offense, number 70. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
James Milavale, the right tackle.
Milavale right here. They got him for the hold. You see his hands are wide, and you got to let go when the defender rips away, and he hooks him right there. That's a clear hold. Those penalties really knock drives off, Rich. They're really doing well running the ball, but that penalty gets them off track.
7 flags, 65 yards against Hawaii. Stanford's been hurt by penalties as well. 2nd and 13. Sims on a draw. What's changed about the ground game here as Alejado is still hobbled?
Hawaii is really committing to the ground game. That's why they haven't ran a draw all day. They do it with their big back Sims. But if I'm Stanford's defensive coordinator, Andy Thompson, I'm going to bring pressure. If the quarterback is wounded, you got to go after him. I don't know how hard Alejado is, but Stanford's got to play tighter coverage and bring pressure and find out.
They're down an 8, and obviously you would think a throwing down for the run and shoot. It's been more run than shoot on this drive. If you're just joining us, redshirt freshman Micah Alejado, terrific in the first half, injured here in the second, is limping with a heavily taped foot. Backpedals, throws off balance, caught there. That's Ashlock. He didn't get his feet under him before the throw, but a nice touch pass for a first down.
Foley Ashlock, the go-to guy, the former freshman All-American's coming right here. And all this is confusion to free Foley Ashlock up there. Look how he gets there, and everyone forgets about him. This is the guy you got to cover on third down. Their go-to guy. He's having a big day today.
And it feels like Alejado is improvising right now every time he throws it. Almost with one leg. Sims. This time Stanford stiffens. Matt Rose has 10 tackles in this game. And he has another one there. All right, single game highs. Rushing attempts, rushing yards. Last 2 seasons, this is not a running attack. This is run and shoot. But no team in college football threw it more than Hawaii last year percentage-wise.
Yeah, if 13 rushing attempts for a single running back is your high, that is not a rushing offense. But I think in the second half, their intention is to run the ball, and with Alejado looking injured here, running the ball is in their favor going forward.
Second down and 9. Alejado steps up, fires it, end zone! Overthrows Brandon White. Well, he got his feet under him for that throw.
Yeah, it wasn't accurate though, Rich. So he's still going to try to throw the ball down the field. We know he's wounded. He puts it out there, but doesn't have the same zip, the same drive of his touchdown pass earlier. That one sailed, and like I said, for quarterbacks, the footwork really leads to the accuracy. Third and 9. If I'm Stanford, I am playing tight man-to-man and bringing pressure on Alejado. I'm not going to let him sit back there comfortable. This is too far off for me. I would be much tighter.
They bring 4. Alejado's in trouble. Just fires it over everybody's head and out of bounds. Senecal, the intended receiver. Alejado is down. And now back up. And this looks like a field goal attempt coming up for Hawaii.
The defensive line smells blood in the water right now, like a couple of sharks. They know Alejado's wounded, and they're going to land on him, push him down, make sure he feels it. Rich, he's only 5'10", 180 pounds. To be the face of the franchise, the future, you got to be able to stay healthy. Can Alejado stay healthy throughout his career? It's going to be a big question he's got to answer.
Kansei Matsuzawa, the Japanese kicker now, from 40 yards out. Accurate last year and accurate here. Matsuzawa knocks it through. Hawaii by 4 in the second half. Next Saturday, 3:30 Eastern on CBS. Big time at Beaver Stadium. Our Big Ten season begins. Nevada out of the Mountain West takes on number 2 Penn State. It all starts at 2:30 with a State Farm College Football Today. That's all next Saturday. CBS streaming on Paramount Plus. Logan Ryan, how good is Penn State?
Nobody knows this early in the year. I'll tell you that, Rich. They got to play the game. But there's a lot of hype in Happy Valley this year for Penn State.
If that's Dole Whip, I'm in.
I'm a fan of Dole Whip. I've had quite a few of those. Hawaii definitely has the best Dole Whip in the world.
Hawaii stretches their lead. Bryce Farrell from his 7. Farrell to the outside. And knocked out of bounds across the 25-yard line. Stanford jumped to a 10-0 lead. Oh, that's camera Kaz. Look at Kaz going to work.
Multitasking, the more you can do. It's hot out there, get you a Dole Whip, hold the camera in one hand. He's pretty strong.
He is one of the best. He is one of the best field cameramen in the business. I've seen him take a hit, too.
If you can eat a Dole Whip and not shake the camera, you got to be one of the best in the business.
You can see Hawaii has played ball control. They ran for more yards in that small window here in the third quarter than they did the entire first half. And Stanford just 3.
Stanford has not gotten going. They got to calm the game down, run the ball. But Branson's got to be a little more accurate in this half.
Branson fires. Roush. And again, he has to leave his feet to make the catch. They have been unable to get him the football in a place to really hurt Hawaii.
Well, Branson says, when in doubt, find Sam Roush. And these balls are behind, they're fluttering. He's not allowing his receivers to catch and run.
Looked like it may have been tipped, too, as it came over the top of the end. Roush has just 6 yards in receiving. So he is their best weapon on offense. Long count. Branson almost picked off. Kilinahe Mendiola Jensen.
Mendiola Jensen does a beautiful job of taking away 2. He takes away Branson's first read, and he flies to the second. And if he can squeeze that, he's got 6 points in front of him. But a beautiful job of taking away Roush and then flying to the flat. Look how he holds a Roush, and then he flies over to the flat and does a beautiful job there. Pick 6 would have been the only better thing he could have done.
That's his second breakup of a pass. Branson's averaging under 5 yards of completion in this one. Little wobbler, and it's incomplete. Stanford has run the ball, but they certainly haven't been able to pass the ball.
Rich, Dennis Thurman has it dialed up right now. He's figured Branson out. Man-to-man, bring pressure, get this quarterback
Hawaii number 8 is now
off
49.
of his first read, and Branson's just not comfortable. Again, the ball's in the dirt or the ball sails.
Adam Flintoff to punt. Tamahuliata back to return. Kind of into the wind, and it wobbles. Not a great punt. In good field position for Hawaii. Look at that. Cut right through that. Impressive. Hawaii by 4. All right, Adam, thank you. 17-13, Hawaii on top. Their young quarterback, who's been terrific today, is hurt, but still playing through it. Limping badly, Micah Alejado. His foot taped. Engineered that last scoring drive, which ended in a field goal. Play action here. He's going to load up, go deep. Brandon White can't haul it in. He had a couple steps on Brandon Nicholson.
And Rich, that right there is to tell all of us, I may be wounded, but I can still be dangerous. Alejado airs that ball out. Stanford's not expecting it, and this is so close. You talk about football being a game of inches. That is 1 yard off, 1 yard too far inside, and that would have been a major play there.
We were talking over the break that Hawaii really hadn't aired it out much. They had that touchdown pass in the end zone. That a legitimate deep shot. It's 2nd and 10. Brandon Sims. Ball's loose. Looks like Hawaii got it back.
But Rich, you know what that deep shot does sometimes? It makes the defense back off. It might open up the quick game. Sims here, you got to hold on to that ball. He's lucky he caught it with his left hand. And it's going to set up a crucial 3rd down for this Hawaii offense. When they've been in rhythm, they score. Now, obviously, the injuries, the penalties have kept them off of rhythm today. But this is a major test for Alejado on how he handles this. Stanford's been bringing pressure on him lately.
They bring 4 here. Alejado steps into it. A difficult throw and incomplete. Ashlock stretched out. It's going to be 4th and 10. Hawaii must punt.
Alejado finds his guy, Pufeli Ashlock, on the field out route. This is a staple to this offense, and I think the leg injury has got his accuracy just a little bit off. Again, a yard too fall on that one.
Well, Stanford moving, and there's a flag. It is 4th and 10, so an offside here is still going to be 4th down.
You may want to monitor if Timmy Chang goes for this, though. How aggressive would he be? If Alejado is healthy, he's definitely going for it, but we still got to monitor this.
Offside. Defense, number 30. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
This is going to be 4th down and about 4. Hado talking to Timmy Chang. He's definitely not 100%. I guess the equation is 60% good enough for Timmy Chang. High punt. This Aussie punter for Hawaii is incredible. He's had some major boomers. Let's see where they date on that here. It's Stanford and Hawaii. Stanford with Andrew Luck as their general manager, Frank Reich as their head coach. Came out and put 10 on the board, had a 10-0 lead. It's been all Hawaii since. Ben Goldbrinson, the transfer from Oregon State, has not had a great day.
He's been off track when pressured. The ball's been sailing, the ball's been in the dirt. Hawaii just hasn't been able to catch the interception opportunities.
This is Micah Ford. Remember, Stanford lost a ton of talent at the wide receiver position. Io Manners now in the NFL. Mosley transferred to Texas. Cisse transferred to Arkansas. Bachmeier transferred to BYU. They really didn't reload in the portal at that position.
They have some speed. Andrew Luck knows he needs to get the receivers involved. You talk about rhythm for a quarterback. Wide receivers need rhythm. They need to get fed. I would love to see a wide receiver catch a ball. Someone other than Sam Rouse targeted every play.
2nd and 7. Stanford stays on the ground. And Hawaii, good pursuit. Manuma can't get him down. That's terrific second effort. And that may end up being a 1st down from Micah Ford. It is 1st down. And there's a Hawaii player that's down.
Tariq Jones down. He's a major part of this Hawaii defensive front.
Ball is marked at the 25. It is a 1st down.
If they want to stop the run game and what Stanford's trying to do, Tariq Jones is a major part of that. He's a senior. He's a leader on this defensive line. And he's a crucial part for them to try to pull out this victory today.
We'll take a timeout. 3:23 left, 3rd quarter. Hawaii up 4. Back after this. Now that's teamwork. That's Ali Hado on the turf getting stretched out by the backup quarterback, Luke Weaver. And that last injury, Tariq Jones, he's in the tent right now as well.
Tariq Jones, we talked about how vital he is. And they're going to check for a 1st down here. This is under review. This was a really close. You got to think of the finish that Michael Ford had here. And 3rd downs have been issues for Stanford. So that second-ditch effort here by Michael Ford. Check the sticks here, the 25. Michael Ford turning his legs. Where does this ball land?
Let's bring Gene Steratore in. Gene?
Great second effort. Let's hear what the referee is saying here, Rich, if he's going to...
After review, the runner was down with the ball short of the line to gain. It's 3rd down at the 24.5-yard line.
Yeah, I think a really good call, Rich. And Micah Ford with the second effort, post with his right hand to try to stay up, but then you'll see the right knee land right there just before he lands to the line to gain. Good spot, 24.5-yard line, 3rd and a half.
Thank you, Gene.
Stanford had all the tight ends in the game, 3 of them right there. And the ball's going to follow him.
I don't know. Let's see where he falls and lands. Looks like he's across the 25, and that is a 1st down.
So we have another injury down here.
Well, that's Ford.
And he is very important to the Stanford offense, as we saw today. The run game is all they had going so far.
Ford 17 carries, 66 yards. Most of Stanford's offense has been on the ground.
If Ali Hado is important to the Hawaii offense, Michael Ford is equally important to the Stanford offense. And you're going to see here, he gets the ball, he's going downhill. And he hits the back of his own teammate. and that kind of knocks him out. I can't tell the injury from that angle, but he kind of has friendly fire there, runs into his own teammate, and then is on the bottom of that pile.
147 total yards for Standford, 97 of those on the ground.
Obviously, any injury to the head or neck area, the trainers will take their time and monitor and make sure he's okay, but it's good to see him jog off.
Somewhat of a major makeover for Standford. Obviously, Frank Wright, the coach, Andrew Luck, the GM, but they changed the offense 3 days into spring practice to go back to. Andrew Luck basically told Frank Wright, can we just run what we used to run with the Colts? And Frank Wright told us we mixed in some of the stuff that Andrew ran in those glory years at Standford. What's missing is the play-action pass down the field. That has not been present in this game. Cedric Irvin, this carry. Jalen Smith captures him after a yard gain.
Stanford's going to be committed to the run game. You're going to see it time and time again. Hawaii has gotten better as the game has gone on. Jalen Smith there, an athletic linebacker, makes a great play. And they know if they stuff this Stanford run game, there's not a lot going on in the pass game.
And while Stanford has some NFL brain power in this offense, Hawaii has NFL brain power in this defense. Dennis Thurman, the great USC Trojan, the great Dallas Cowboy, a D coordinator in the NFL, has had a good game so far. Gulbranson scrambling, blasted at the 30, well short of the first down. Verdell Edwards with the hit.
Verdell Edwards knows we're on national TV tonight, Rich. He has popped on tape all day long. Again, a play-action pass that Gulbranson doesn't feel comfortable with. He's not the runner, and here's why. He doesn't know to do an open field. Verdell Edwards tees off on the quarterback.
Irvin still in there after Ford was shaken up. 3rd and 5.
Dennis Thurman showing man-to-man and a lot of pressure again with all these bodies. Gulbranson sees it. He's checking the route, maybe a rub route, maybe a mesh route. He sees the man-to-man coverage.
Quick pop, and they spring it for the first down. Nicely done. Caden High, his second catch, the transfer from South Carolina State. That's 11 yards and a first down.
This is a great job by Gulbranson. Not the best passer, but he's very smart. He snipped out the blitz. He made the check, and Caden High, I have him written down as electric. They got the electric slot receiver the ball, and he was able to pay off with a first down for Stanford.
There's Dennis Thurman. How good was he in the NFL? 9 years, 36 interceptions. They took 4 of them back for touchdowns. Almost all those came with the Cowboys. Gulbranson, another short throw, almost picked. Palmer, who dropped a pick in the first half. That one bounced before he could get it.
Well, Rich, you said how good was Dennis Thurman. He's a little bit before my time, but if you're in the College Football Hall of Fame and you've coached the likes of Darrelle Revis, Stephon Gilmore, Travis Hunter, and Ed Reed, that's a guy I would want to play for.
Yes, indeed.
Another opportunity for Hawaii, just a step short today on offense and defense with these interception opportunities.
8th play of the drive, 2nd and 10. Gulbranson to the sideline. Catch. Miles Libman makes the catch, and I hope you saw that emotional story at halftime with Tiffany Blackman. Libman with the catch. We're down to 14 seconds left. 7 yards on that completion. Still 3rd down here. Stanford straight ahead. Cedric Irvin's got a first down. A spark of life for the Stanford Cardinal. Trailing as we head towards the 4th. First game for Andrew Luck and Frank Reich. They're down 4 in Paradise. Going to the 4th. Start of the 4th in the islands. Yeah, there's waves here. 17-13 Hawaii. CBS Wednesday, September 24th. Survivor is back, and this season, 18 players will make their mark on Survivor history. Worth playing for? Survivor returns. CBS Wednesday, September 24th, and it streams on Paramount+.
I love Survivor. Been watching that show my way for years.
Here we go to the fourth. Stanford's on the move. Down 4. In Hawaii territory. Gobranson, the Oregon State transfer is hit and unloads before he's dropped. Kaeo Akana, the junior defensive end, got him.
There's been multiple times today that Gobransson's been trying to go deep, not pulling the trigger. The Hawaii DBs do a great job. Nobody's open. Look at that, 3 for 3. Everybody's covered. Gobransson's go to his check down, but he doesn't pull the trigger early enough. All for naught. Rich, my question to you is Gobransson's job safe enough? Do you start considering putting the backup quarterback in to get a better passing attack or what?
I guess the answer is, do you pin this on Gobranson, or are his receivers not getting open? Second down and 10. Irvin bounces outside. Race to the sideline. He's got wheels, and Cedric Irvin is out of bounds. A big pickup for Stanford, deeper into Hawaii territory. Jemai Otis ran him out.
Well, you don't have to be a football expert to understand that Stanford can't pass it, they're going to run it. And then running back there, Cedric Irvin is extremely quick, bounces outside. I love the burst of speed he had on that one.
At the 24-yard line, 15 yards on the carry. You see this drive, pretty balanced. 5 minutes in. We've just started this fourth quarter. Irvin trips, trying to make a cut. And remember, Micah Ford went down with an injury late in that third quarter. Ford has been the leading running back for Stanford.
They're giving Cedric Irvin some run, some fresh legs there. The junior out of Miami, Florida. And Frank Reich told Tiffany, they really need to finish drives, Rich. They've done a great job of time of possession. They've done a great job running the ball, but they got to finish these drives with touchdowns.
Second down 10. Irvin in trouble, again bouncing outside. And this time, Tariq Jones, who's back in the game, forced him out. Peter Manuma escorted him out.
Great to see Tariq Jones back in the game, and that's his importance right there. The athleticism, the defensive line's got to bow up for his run game. As he hobbles off, this is week 1 football, Rich. These guys, although they've been in training camp, they have not played a game yet. The physicality is catching up to both these teams.
Third down 6 for the 25. Gobranson out route, caught there. That's Marcus Brown with the catch. Let's see where they mark him. That is short of the first down by about 2 yards.
This is going to be a 4th and short, and Frank Reich's not hesitating. They're on the ball. I assume about 100% this is going to be a run right here.
4th and 2. It's a run. Did he get enough? And it looks like he did. The official says first down. And the drive continues for Stanford.
This is going to be a tight spot, Rich. We know Stanford was going for it. They were quick on the ball. You know they're going to run it. The trend has been to follow the tight ends. That's what they do. Where does Irvin fall? Just enough to get a first down.
They are moving the sticks as we speak. Well, hold on. Now they haven't spotted. You can see the sticks at the top of your screen. Not spotted on a 1st and 10 snap. And Micah Ford back in, bounces off of tacklers, and he's got 3 yards. The Hawaii huddle was on top of the sticks on the sideline, and the chain crew desperately was trying to yank it down the field.
Looks like they wanted to get a spot there, huh? Look at the leading rushers there. Micah Ford's done a great job. Irvin's come in with fewer touches and been pretty good as well. They've been good on the ground. The pass game hasn't been there, but they're fully committing to the ground attack today.
Big tight ends don't hurt when you're running it like this. Ford outside, good stiff arm, and escorted out of bounds. Matangi Thompson will get the tackle.
Micah Ford's the Jersey Gatorade Player of the Year. And look at this stiff arm. Not bad from a former quarterback. Get off me, a la Marshawn Lynch, to continue with the second effort. He's been doing that all game long. Another third down here, Rich. What do you think, a run or a pass?
Well, it's the 18th play on this drive. 3rd and 3. Ford straight ahead. Hit at the 6. Has the first down, it looks like. Yes, he does. Boy, this 18 plays. I mean, look, this is not Army or Navy or Air Force. This is Stanford. This is an indication that Andrew Luck is back. They're going to pound it and then throw it.
Rich, it basically is. That's what we're seeing today. That type of offense, a committing run game, great tight end play, great offensive line, make the game mucky, make it ugly, and try to scratch out a win on the road today.
13 runs in this 18-play drive. Ford, again, left side, surges down to the 2. One thing to think about, Stanford takes the lead here. Hawaii's quarterback, Micah Alihado, is injured. He's been playing with a sore foot and does not look as sharp as he did in the first half.
And I think Hawaii needs to think about their long-term future with him, but Micah Alihado's not going to want to come out this game. If he has a drive or two left to win this, knowing the competitor he is, getting to know him, he's going to want to stay in this game, Rick.
20th play of the drive. Ford is in. Touchdown, Stanford. And somewhere, Brad Muster, Tommy Vardell, Toby Gerhardt, Christian McCaffrey, all those great running backs in Stanford history, probably thinking to themselves, we're back. The running game is back in Palo Alto.
Andrew Luck fired up. There's no secret. They're running the ball every play behind the tight ends, and Michael Ford is finishing downhill. He even hit the Cobra Kai celebration in the end zone.
20 plays, 85 yards, 9.5 minutes. And the point is up and good. It's a 3-point Stanford lead. He left the series hurt, came back to score the touchdown. Micah Ford and Stanford back on top. Andrew Luck loves it. IHG Hotels and Resorts game recap. Stanford took a 10-0 lead on mistakes by Hawaii. Hawaii got on their feet. They took the lead, and now Stanford is up 3 here in the 4th in Hawaii. 20 plays, 85 yards, 9.5 minutes.
Rich, I played a lot of defense in my life. When you're on the field for 20 straight plays and you give up a touchdown and they run it every single time down your throat, that is a tone-setting drive by Stanford.
Tiffany Blackman, what you got?
Yeah, you guys mentioned tone-setting drive. They are feeding off of Micah Ford's energy. He was walking back saying, I needed that, I needed that. Then they reminded each other, we've got 9 minutes to go. We'll see how it plays out, guys.
Thank you, Tiff. And, of course, the other story is the foot of Micah Alihado. Went out of the game, heavily taped. His comeback, he's been limping noticeably. The redshirt freshman quarterback fires that one to Brandon White on the outside, and he steps out of bounds.
When you're Micah Alihado and you've only lost 2 games in high school, and you threw for 124 touchdowns and 4 interceptions or whatever his crazy stats are, he's used to winning, Rich. He's a winner, and he's going to try to win this one tonight.
18 to 25, 116 yards. And the flag goes down.
Ball start. Offense, number 52. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Don't forget, later in the game, play of the game, presented by Jersey Mike's Subs. Timmy Chang told everybody around the program when they signed Alihado, we got one. And what he meant was a Hawaiian quarterback who could run the run and shoot, like many of the greats here, including himself. 2nd and 11. Alihado limping, throwing, caught. Ashlock in traffic, 27-yard line. Well short of the first down.
And this is what Stanford wants to do right now. They'll give Ashlock this short option route. He hooks up, and it's about tackling. You'll give up a 3-yard gain when you're defending this offense. We got an injury on the field.
The ball had been spotted before the player for Hawaii has gone down.
Timeout for an injured player. Hawaii.
Yeah, and that's the new rule this year. That is a timeout charge to Hawaii. After the ball is spotted, if a player goes down with an injury, that team is going to get charged for a timeout. And what it does is it kind of takes away that really awkward spot for an official trying to figure out if a guy is faking an injury or if he's legitimately got a cramp or has gone down.
And this looks like a legitimate cramp here, Rich, but how crucial is that timeout? We're coming down the stretch. This is going to be a thriller. Hawaii may need all these timeouts to close this game out.
Back after this. Injured player went down after the ball was spotted. New rule this year. That's charged as a timeout for the injured player's team or the player that went down. So Hawaii loses the timeout. It's 3rd and 8. Big down here, deep in their own territory. Down by 3. Alijado's throw is caught and then dropped, and it's incomplete. Senecal, the receiver, and Hawaii must punt.
Senecal's another go-to receiver, but he hasn't got the ball a lot today. He wants to run it before he catches it, and unfortunately that's incomplete. It was short of the sticks anyway, and that's what Stanford wanted.
We've talked about Stanford's inability to throw the ball down the field. Hawaii hasn't had great success throwing it deep as well.
They have not. They had the touchdown before the half, which was a beautiful ball, and then Alijado got injured.
Gowers, my goodness.
Wow.
This 29-year-old freshman with a big punt. Gene Steratore joins us. Let's talk about this new rule after a 58-yard punt. Gene, you like this rule?
Yeah, you know, I think I do, Rich, and I like it for this reason, is that we at least have a procedure now where, and we can see that 52 really was limping as he was trying to get off of the field. It looked like the sideline said, look, go down, so they can stop the clock, attend to you. But as you were saying, if a player is presenting himself as injured after the referees or officials spot the ball, then we left the subjectivity of whether we're stopping this, he's feigning the injury or he's faking it. You never want to make that assessment as an official. You're always going to stop it. But now we have a procedure that after the ball's set and an injury takes place, we're going to charge that team with a timeout, then attend to the injured player. Good rule, good way to brush it up, I think.
All right, good explanation as well, Gene. Thank you. Micah Ford back to work. Can Stanford pull off another 9-minute, 20-play drive? Even half of that would do for Frank Reich right now. They got a 3-point lead, approaching 8 minutes left.
Absolutely, and there's no surprise what Andrew Luck wants this offense to do, and run the ball and grind out the clock here to preserve the victory. But if I were them, I would maybe throw a play-action shot down the field out of the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl and put the dagger in the Hawaii defense.
Well, Frank Reich, of course, had a famous run as an offensive coordinator for the Eagles. Ford straight ahead, and he chews up about 6 more yards. It's going to be a short 3rd down. Jalen Smith made the stop.
Looks like Tafiti number 11's down for Hawaii here. Jemai Otis, my apologies, Jemai Otis, who was a leader. Their green dot, their Mike Backer. He's going to be important in stopping the Stanford run game down the stretch.
He's been important already. 8 tackles, 7 solo stops. Manuma with 7 stops for Hawaii. Again, they're not big, these linebackers. Otis is 220, Smith is 220. They pursue, they're athletic, and Stanford is happy just to pound it right at them.
And they were nowhere near as big as these Stanford linemen, and the Stanford running back, Micah Ford, is about the same size. So they have tough duty today, and now their leader of a linebacker is not in on this play.
Cedric Irvin back in.
Rich, I hinted about taking the shot. I wouldn't do it here on 3rd and 2. I think Irvin's going to get this ball. Following the tight ends.
Hawaii trying to sell out. There's the play action. Gobranson with a catch there. That's Chico Holt with the catch. And Holt, the fourth string tight end, is into Hawaii territory.
Frank Wright kept that one in his bag. He had me fooled in the booth. Every defender out there thought it was run. I thought it was run. Chico Holt sneaks out here in the bunch. Everyone's playing around. Look how aggressive everyone is. And he just comes right there. Nobody has him. Hawaii doesn't do their job. They're set up for the run game, and they pull out the play-action pass right when they need it.
36 yards. And into Hawaii territory. Ball marked at the 41. Farrell in motion. Ford to the ground again, and he spins away from a tackle. Micah Ford. Down he goes inside the 25. Thompson hauls him down. Another big run for Standford.
Rich, in the open, we talk about the physical run game. What Standford wanted to get back to. Look at the beautiful spin move. Oh my, Micah Ford has showed the stiff arm, the spin move, lowering his pads. He's putting a complete display of great running with the football today.
17 more yards. He's up to 110 in the game. Irvin's back in. They've been a pretty good combination here in the second half. Gobranson, look, oh, he throws a pick. It's intercepted. Mendiola Jensen got up and took it away. What a play.
Mendiola Jensen. This is freakish athleticism. I've never seen one like this. He's in the backfield on the blitz. Gobranson can't believe it. Mendiola Jensen's come on the right side of your screen. He reads the pass, and look at that. Usually you knock it down, but you don't have the reactions to actually catch it. Oh, it slipped through his hands and fell right to him. Still, major play for Hawaii. They're back in business.
That drive 61 yards before the pick. Now remember, Hawaii has a wounded quarterback. Micah Alihado with a really sore foot and limited mobility. Standford brings pressure. Alihado's in trouble, and he goes down at the 25.
Alihado has to release the ball quicker than this. That's just how the offense operates, and he's wounded. Standford does a great job bringing the safety off the edge. Alihado doesn't see it at all.
Fourth sack. That was Hunter Barth, the senior, the transfer from Cal. Yes, that does happen. Some Cal players transfer to Standford. Some Standford players occasionally transfer to Cal. Ask my buddy Rod Gilmore. He went to both schools. Second down. Alihado down. Gorgeous throw. Ashlock with the catch. That's a first down near midfield. And he limps ahead.
Well, Pele Ashlock is here, ladies and gentlemen. He's been here all game. Alihado rips one down the middle. Pele Ashlock makes a play for his QB.
25 yards.
I really like Ashlock's game, Rich. He wanted Colin Wright today. He wanted the top DB on the field. He wanted that matchup. No Wright, but still Ashlock showing up.
Alihado short on that throw, and that looked like maybe the foot affected that throw in particular.
And that is what the injury is doing right now. We have not seen this out of Alihado. He was so clean last year on these type of throws. The foot is just not allowing the power to get the ball out there quickly.
Second and 10. High snap. Blitz comes. Alihado steps through. Wanders in. Got a lane. And a first down to the 38-yard line. He kind of waded into the blitz. Busted through. And a huge first down.
Alihado says his favorite quarterback's Tom Brady. It's why he wears 12. But he's got his Matt Stafford performance right now, doing it on a limp. The toughness on display from this kid.
Alihado, draw play, Sims straight ahead. And a positive pickup to the 33-yard line. Approaching 4 minutes left in this game. Standford a 3-point lead. Redshirt freshman in just his second career start. Injured, heavily taped up foot, limited mobility, but on the move. Alihado, sideline caught. Jackson Harris, who had the touchdown catch in the first half. The former Stanford Cardinal.
Jackson Harris has showed up against his former team, and they're going to have to make some plays on the outside. This offense is about the quarterback and the wide receiver. If they want to win this game, these guys got to keep getting open and catching the ball and showing up for their QB.
At the 25, 1st and 10, another blitz. Has time, Alejado, end zone shot, and he didn't get it.
They went right back to the well, Rich. Last play they ran the hitch. This play they run the double move. Jackson Harris tracks it, but does he get the foot in bounds? Beautiful grab, but the feet aren't in bounds. Fortunately for a DB, that's incomplete. Still might go on his highlight tape, though, for Jackson Harris. Future reference.
2nd down and 10. Not a bad throw, though, from Alejado.
You see the gamer in him is coming out now. He's used to winning. He wants this. Hawaii's excited for this kid, and he's putting his toughness on display.
Barfield in the backfield. Alejado, quick throw. Ashlock avoids one hit. Ashlock avoids another, then goes down. At the 22, not a big gain. It's going to be 3rd down and about 7.
Mitch Lebar, 32 right here, had Ashlock lined up. But look at Ashlock with the spin move and another spin move, and 3 spins, you're done. You got to get down. You get too dangerous after 3 spin moves, Rich.
Certainly in field goal range. Obviously, Hawaii would like to get the 1st down, run that clock down, and stick it in the end zone.
Oh, Timmy Chang wants to go for the win here. Rafaeli Ashlock up in the bunch route right there.
4-man rush. Alejado steps through. Needs more yards, and he doesn't get it. And that's Hunter Barth with a very nice tackle at the 19. Decision time for Hawaii. 4th down and a long 4. Do you kick the field goal to tie it?
As much as this crowd and Timmy Chang wants to go for it, the smart play is you got to kick it here. You got a good kicker. This is well in his range. You tie this game up here and you play the final 2 minutes of football.
This is Matsuzawa, who learned how to kick in Japan watching YouTube. Went to junior college, spoke no English. This is 2nd year, 37 yards. High snap, kick is on the way, and Matsuzawa nails it. And this game is tied. A gutty drive by the Rainbow Warriors. 20, 2 minutes left. Let's take a look at the Modelo game changer. That would be the ground game, Micah Ford for Stanford.
He's got my vote. No surprise here. He's put it all on display. Lowered his pass, got his rushing touchdown he's been waiting for. If Stanford wants to win this game, Micah Ford is going to put on his back and run them to victory.
Hawaii to kick off. Fair catch called for by Bryce Farrell. 1 snap, and then the 2-minute timeout.
Rich, I had a great D coordinator, Dean Pease, from New England Patriots, Baltimore Ravens, and Tennessee Titans, and he told me 2 minutes is technique time. It's a time where you really got to lock in on your technique. Don't try to do too much. Don't assume that Stanford's going to run the ball because they had the play action. Everyone's got to do their job here, and a team that executes the best in the final 2 minutes usually wins the game.
Stanford has 3 timeouts. Well, Branson, who threw that pick on the last drive, with the ball sitting at the 25-yard line.
I don't think they want to get too cute and try that again. I think they're going to stick to the run game here.
Remember, they have a great kicker who won 2 ball games last year in the final seconds. Emmett Kinney from long distance. Ford, left side, not much there. Gain of maybe 3. And there is your 2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout.
What a start to the college football season on the islands. 2020 with 2 minutes left in Hawaii. Down to this, back and forth, Hawaii and Stanford, 2020, under 2 minutes left. Rich Waltz, Logan Ryan. This has been quite a ride. A lot of momentum has shifted over the course of this game. Stanford has the football, and they've got a kicker who's won 2 games from long distance last year.
Yeah, Andrew Luck and Frank Reich are smart. Your best players win you games. Put the ball in Micah Ford's hands, run this out, and set up your kicker.
You having fun yet?
Oh, man, this is a blast.
Second down 7. Cedric Irvin, the tailback. Branson throwing to the far sideline, and it's over the head of C.J. Williams, who looked like he lost his footing coming out of his cut.
Rich, I really don't agree with the pass call here. It stops the clock for Hawaii. Receiver slips, come out of his break, doesn't really drive out of that. Though Branson puts in a good spot. C.J. Williams doesn't. That's Unk right there. He slipped out of his break. Now you got to stop the clock. Third down for Hawaii. Dennis Thurman, I'm anticipating pressure and get the ball back to your young stud freshman quarterback. Look at the press coverage here. This is all man-to-man, ladies and gentlemen.
Third down, the throw again. Branson steps up, fires, broken up, and incomplete. Jaheim Wilson-Jones. And to your point, another incompletion stops the clock. $1:45 left for Hawaii.
Jaheim Wilson-Jones, not in man, he's in zone, but he squeezes tight, reads the concept, comes downhill. That is a beautiful play. If you're a young DB in high school, that's exactly how you play it. Jaheim Wilson-Jones giving his team a chance to win this game.
That's the gamble when you throw it and don't complete it. Plenty of time for Hawaii. They have 2 timeouts left.
And Rich, I don't agree with that at all. I do not like how Stanford handled that.
Juliata is deep. That's a really nice punt by Flintoff. Juliata for the 14. Tama Juliata brings it out across the 25 to the 28. 58 yards with the punt. And now the redshirt freshman, banged up, limping noticeably. Looking like Byron Leftwich.
Wow, I love that one there.
Going old school, limping down the field after every throw. He has 1:33 to work with.
So Mike Alejado, Bishop Gorman, high school legend. First start last year, 450 passing yards, 5 touchdowns. Legendary first start. Now he's got the first game of this season limping. Can he pull off the victory for Hawaii?
Quick throw on the mark, caught there, and out of bounds is Jackson Harris, who's really been a factor. There is Kansei Matsuzawa. Again, he learned how to kick watching YouTube in Japan. Wanted to be a college player. Went to junior college in the Midwest because he wanted to go someplace where they didn't speak Japanese. Learned the language. Arrived here last year. And the game may rest on his right foot.
Mike Alejado getting him in the right play. Bofeli Ashlock's his go-to guy.
Stanford blitzes. Alejado fires. Good sidearm throw. And that's Harris. Short of the first down, I believe. He's right at the, no, he's got it. They do spot it and give him a little bit of room. And that's a first down.
That is a major spot right there. Hawaii is rolling. They're in their tempo offense. They have 2 timeouts. They are going to win, though, so field goal range is going to be a little bit further for them.
4-man rush. Alejado dumps it. Sims catches it. And Sims at the 43-yard line. That's a gain of about 4. Second down 6.
Timmy Chang is holding on to his timeouts. And remember, they lost one for the faking the injury rule. So keep that in mind.
Second down. Throw to the sideline. Caught there. That's a first down. That's a nice move by Jackson Harris. The catch, the run, a first down.
Alejado's using that timeout. Jackson Harris is in the boundary top of your screen. He's getting one-on-one coverage all day, and that's one they're confident in. He's got to win that for Hawaii if they want to win this game.
It's a 30-second timeout. If you've just joined us, Micah Alejado, highly touted redshirt freshman, injured on this play.
And it looked gruesome, Rich. We really didn't know. We were holding our breath if he would come back this season. He comes back in the game playing on 1 foot, a la Byron Leftwich, who you referenced, and he's in position to lead Hawaii to a major upset over Stanford.
It was a foot injury that they taped up as hard as they could, and he's limped everywhere since. He's won everywhere. I mean, look, Bishop Gorman is one of the top high school programs in the country in Las Vegas. He was a starter as a sophomore. In his career, he threw for 125 touchdowns, 4 interceptions at Bishop Gorman. Last year, his only start was one of the greatest first starts ever by a freshman quarterback in NCAA history.
And Rich, you want the cherry on top? He was on the bowling team at Bishop Gorman and bowled a perfect 300 in the game. Now I'm getting jealous. Now you're doing everything too well. I'm going to start hating on you if you can bowl a 300 and never lose a game at quarterback.
Target line, 35-yard line. That's 10 yards away. Alejado, little throw and a dangerous one, and it's incomplete. There's a Stanford player down. 2nd and 10.
Looks like Zach Bucky's down there, number 98. But I would not roll Alejado that way. That did not look natural with his injury to roll him to the right like that.
One thing to think about, the wind does swirl here. Hawaii right now is going into the wind, and that adds a few yards if they do try to kick a field goal.
This is the awkward rollout by Alejado, and this is Bucky 98 there. You see his legs just go out under him. They're stretching his calves. This usually is a sign for cramping. It's hot, it's humid, and now we're down to the stretch.
Tiff, you're down on the field. What are the winds like?
Yeah, at moments it's calm, but for the most part, it is swirling around. I got my papers blowing around as well as my hair. So you guys mentioning possible field goal here, it might be a little bit tricky given the elements right now.
Yeah, and it's, look, they would rather be going the other direction. We got here and we wanted to look at the flags on top of the goalpost. Whether the wind blew them away or not, I don't know. They're gone. We have to look over to the Stan Sheriff Center, the basketball arena, where they've got some flags to give us an indication. There's your target line.
And Rich, this is a tough position for the defense. I've been here in NFL games. I've been here in college games. You got to kind of defend that target line. You need close coverage. You can't give up 12 yards, but Alejado can throw the ball over your head still. So you need tight coverage to preserve the field goal, prevent the field goal. But Alejado's been a yard off in the second half on that deep ball. Don't be surprised if they go for the flat-out win by touchdown, not via field goal.
His longest throw was to Jackson Harris, who made the catch for a touchdown back in the first half. You see the flags up there by the basketball arena. 2nd down and 10.
You got Profeli Ashlock right here. If this is a too-high defense, don't be surprised he runs the middle.
A little bit of a stunt up front, and Sims on a screen inside the 30, blasts his way down to the 22. Clock stops, marked at the 21.
Alejado looking to go deep. It's not there. He takes the check down. Nobody to be found. Sims has been patient all day. Left wide open on the biggest down of the game.
This is definitely in Matsuzawa's range. 23 on that one. Alejado firing. End zone. Incomplete. Contact. But I think the ball was uncatchable.
Absolutely. And the receiver ran out of bounds. That's why the umpire's hat was down. But if that ball was catchable, that would have been pass interference.
Now, there's 23 seconds left. Here's a look.
You see he steps out before he gets there. That's why it's no PI. Harris got to get his head around. But, Rich, you're alluding to it. Why are we throwing the ball right now? We're in field goal range if you're Hawaii. Why don't you just run the ball and try to get to field and kick the field goal and walk off?
Alejado limping back to the huddle. 1 timeout left. 23 seconds left.
Stanford needs to consider starting to use their timeouts if they're going to concede this field goal also.
Blitz comes. Sims straight ahead. Holding on to the ball. He's got a yard. Now it's 3rd down. And the clock is melting.
Why is Stanford not using their timeouts? Preserve time.
39. They may want to save a timeout to try to ice him.
They have 3 of them. Rich, I'm stunned. Why not use your timeouts and give you more time? If he makes the kick, you got a chance for a kick return.
What's going through Kansei Matsuzawa's mind?
What did YouTube teach me?
Right.
He told me he learned off YouTube, Rich. He taught himself.
In Japan, because nobody else could teach him how to kick a football. Talked his way to a tryout at a junior college in the Midwest. Kicked there for 2 years, learned English, had a solid year last year, was 12 of 16. And with 3 seconds left, The Japanese kicker will be all over YouTube if he hits this.
Unbelievable story, Rich. Learn something off YouTube, and now you got to kick the game winner on national TV on CBS.
Caleb Freeman is the holder. 38 yards for the win. And there's Stanford.
There's your ice. There's your ice, Rich.
Frank Wright got a call as he wheeled a cart into Costco from his former quarterback. And as Tiff said, the first call when Andrew Luck decided to retire was to Frank Wright.
And Frank Wright really cares for him. That's the relationship I got talking to those guys. They care for each other. They really want to bring Stanford back to dominance. And this is not a throwaway year. That's what Andrew Luck said. That's why he got Frank Wright for this year. This is important for Stanford this year.
And, of course, his first call when he got the GM job was also to Frank Wright.
Absolutely. That's a favorite contact in his phone for sure, Rich.
Speed dial. Hocking College is the junior college for Matsuzawa. Here we go. A chance to win it. A chance to walk off. Caleb Freeman is the holder. Snap. Kick is up and good. And Hawaii has done it.
Unbelievable gritty performance by Mike Alejado, setting up his kicker. Stanford thought they had it in the bag, but the true redshirt freshman quarterback, the golden boy, got Hawaii the win today.
Hawaii's first win against a Power 4 team in a long while.
Unbelievable grit, unbelievable toughness. There was adversity. Matsuzawa learned off YouTube, and it looks like he's been doing it for years, straight down the pipe.
The foot still hurts, but maybe a little less.
The kid doesn't know how to lose, Rich. He hasn't lost yet.
His second career start, filled with drama, filled with pressure. Timmy Chang has his signature win in his fourth year here at Hawaii. Time for the play of the game presented by Jersey Mike's Subs.
Matsuzawa steps up to plate, self-taught via YouTube. You can learn anything on YouTube, like how to kick a game winner against an ACC opponent.
Well, for Hawaii, everybody felt this was going to be a special year, and it certainly starts out that way, taking down Stanford out of the ACC 23-20. They came close last year against UCLA, had a halftime lead, mistakes, turnovers, and in the end, UCLA escaped with a 3-point win. No escape for Stanford. Hawaii beats them 23-20, the final. For Logan Ryan, Tiffany Blackman, Gene Steratore, our entire CBS crew. I'm Rich Waltz. So long from Honolulu. Hawaii wins at 23-20. You've been watching the Home Depot College Football on CBS.